here a second. I want to show you something.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
It's a belt for Ralph's birthday.
Oh, gee. It's beautiful, Trix. It's just a shame that once he puts it on, he'll never be able to see it again.
Alice, Ralph isn't that fat.
Oh, no? Then how come he looks like Santa Claus in civilian clothes?
What'd you get him for his birthday?
Gee, nothing yet. I thought I'd go down to the stores tonight and look around.
Oh. Hey, something smells good. What you cooking?
Chicken cacciatoria.
Chicken cacciatoria? Where'd you get the recipe for that?
Out of that cookbook you loaned me. And by the way, Trix, when I was going through the book, I found a letter of yours here.
A letter? Oh. Alice, did you read this thing?
Of course not, Trixie. I wouldn't read your mail.
Well, get a load of this. It's a letter Ed wrote me before we were married. I must have stuck in that book ages ago. To my darling one and only, as I write this letter, your face is before me, and my hand shakes at the thought of your beauty. Oh, if only Wednesday night could have lasted forever. But soon you'll be mine, and we'll be together always. I love you, I love you, I love you. Your lover. P.S. I love you.
Oh, boy, your Ed was certainly some Romeo.
Oh, this is nothing. In one letter, he had a dilly I'll never forget. It went, since I met you, my sewer has become a tunnel of love.
Wow.
And don't laugh, Alice. That's the line he won me with.
Oh, my cacciatoria is burning. Oh, Trixie,
no.
Would you hand me that bowl?
Hi, Alice. Hi, Trix. Hiya, hon.
Hi. Trixie. Mm-hmm.
Hi,
How are
Heather.
you? Everything all right?
What are you doing? What do you got behind your back?
Nothing. Really, nothing, Ralph. I'll see you later, Alice.
Okay, Trix. Bye-bye.
Bye.
What's the matter with her? She nuts or something? What did she have behind her back?
Nothing, Ralph.
Don't tell me nothing. I know it was something. Now, what did she have behind her back?
Believe me, Ralph, it was nothing.
Look, Alice, you don't hold nothing back here. You hold it out here where everybody can see it. Now, what did she have behind her back?
All right, you big baby. She had the present she bought you for your birthday.
What did you tell me for? You know I like surprises.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ralph. I guess I just wasn't thinking.
You know, that's pretty nice of them to buy me a gift. Wonder how they found out it was my birthday.
You told them Sunday.
Did? I don't remember that. It must have slipped out.
Yeah, I can remember exactly when it slipped out. They walked through the door and you said, hello, Ed, hello, Trixie. Thursday's my birthday.
Well, what is it?
Oh, no, I'm not telling you, Ralph. You just have to wait and see. I'm not going to go ruining their surprise.
What do you mean ruining their surprise? Just because I know, they don't have to know that I know.
Oh, you're beautiful with that. I can just see you now. For me? Oh, it's just what I always wanted, a watch.
Aha, so it's a watch.
It is not, it's a belt.
Belt? Pretty small gift.
Not with what you've got to wrap it around. Now listen, Ralph, I'm warning you. When Trixie gives you that present, I want you to act very surprised and glad to get it. After all, it's not the gift that counts, it's the thought behind it.
Thought behind it, huh? Well, I wish you'd do a thinking in Saks Fifth Avenue instead of the 5 and 10.
I'll get you your supper. I gotta go out for a little while.
Where are you going?
Just out, but I gotta change my dress first.
Where's the salt and pepper? Where's the salt and pepper?
Are you reading the newspaper?
What's that got to do with it?
Pick it up and you'll find out.
Wise guy. Where's the butter?
I hid it in the icebox.
Boy, you're a bombshell tonight. darling, one and only. Wednesday night could only have lasted. P.S. I love you.
Hello there. And good evening to you, Ralphie boy. What's the matter, pal of mine?
Wait a minute. Get a load of this. To my darling one and only. As I write this letter, your face is before me, and my hand shakes at the thought of your beauty. Oh, if only Wednesday night could have lasted forever. But soon you'll be mine, and we'll be together forever. I love you, I love you, I love you. Love, your lover. P.S. I love you. Well, what do you think of that?
That's pretty good, Ralph. Who are you going to send it to?
I'm not sending it to anybody.
Ah, I got it. Somebody sent it to you, huh? You dog, you.
You don't understand. Some guy sent this letter to Alice. Alice is in love with another guy.
Oh, don't be silly. What are you getting so excited for? Maybe it's not as bad as all that. She can't be as crazy about this guy as you think. It says right here in the letter she hasn't seen him since Wednesday night. Here it is already Thursday night. Hey, you're in trouble.
Wednesday night. That means she was with this guy last night. She told me she was going to the movies. And I believed her. What a prize sap I am. Well, it's the old story. The husband is the last to know. Probably everybody in the neighborhood knows about this. I'm probably the laughing stock of the whole neighborhood. Norton, tell me the truth. Am I the laughing stock of this neighborhood?
Yeah, they don't even know about this.
Get a load of this line. Get a load of this line. And soon we can be together always. Be together always. Why should Alice leave me for another guy?
Well, Ralph, I'll tell you. There's lots and lots of reasons why a girl wants to leave her husband. I mean, for instance, if he forgets to bring her flowers and candy once in a while, if he forgets the anniversary, if he forgets to kiss her, when he comes home at night, if he doesn't care how he looks, if he goes around dressed as sloppy.
Wait a minute. Where are you going?
I'm going upstairs. I want to see if Trixie's still there.
Stay around here. I'm half out of my mind. I don't understand this. Alice and I were always happy. Our whole life we've been happy. Gosh, I can remember when we first met. We went to school together. And one day after school, I said to her, "May I carry your books home?" She let me. From then on, we started to go steady. Wherever you'd see Ralph, you'd see Alice. Wherever you'd see Alice, you'd see Ralph. I wrote her initials and my initials on every sidewalk in the neighborhood. Everybody knew that someday we were going to get married. And someday we did get married. We went up to Niagara Falls for our honeymoon. It was a perfect start for a perfect marriage. I hope you never have to go through this. I hope you don't come home some night and see your whole dream shattered. But I learned a lesson from this, Norton. I learned a big lesson from this. Never again in my life, as long as I live, will I carry a girl's books home from school.
Ralph, those words should be pasted in the boys' locker room of every school in the city.
What am I going to do, Norton? I'm going nuts.
Listen, I'm going to tell you what you're going to do right now. You're going to sit down and eat your supper before it gets cold. And calm down. We'll think this thing through.
Are you out of your mind? I can't eat when I feel like this.
I hate to see good food go to waste. Mind if I indulge?
Go ahead. God.
Hey. This is good. What is it?
I don't know. She never gave me anything that looked like that before. Why should she give me something new tonight? Maybe she's trying to get rid of me. Maybe she's trying to poison me.
Listen, if Alice is trying to poison you, the joke's on her, because you're not eating than I am.
Wait a minute, relax. I'm letting this thing carry me away. She'd never try to poison me.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Don't understand it. Don't understand it.
Listen, anybody could have sent her that letter. You know that.
Yes, but there's no clues on the letter. There's no return address.
Maybe you sent it
no
yourself.
No signature. Sent it myself. Don't be stupid. What man sends his wife a love letter? If I only could recognize the handwriting.
Hey, let me see. Maybe it's somebody I know. No. Hey, wait a minute. I know it.
You know the guy?
I know this handwriting real good.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it?
I know it real good. I don't know who it is, but I'm telling you, I know that handwriting like I know my own.
Well, come on. Think hard.
I can't think, Ralph. My head's starting to hurt. Just leave me alone. It'll come to me later.
Later might be too late. Think now.
Oh, hiya, Norton. I'll see you later, Ralph.
Where you going?
I told you I was going out.
Where are you going?
I'm going shopping.
Oh. Going shopping with Trixie?
Well, no, as a matter of fact, I'm going alone.
Maybe I ought to go with you, sort of carry the packages or something, huh?
No, that's all right, Ralph. I can get along all right.
I sure bet you can.
Well, I got to run, Ralph. I'll see you later.
She thinks she's getting away with that. She's nuts, boy. Absolutely nuts.
Hey, where you going?
Where am I going? I'm going to follow her, and when I catch her with that guy, I'm going to fracture his skull.
Wait a minute. I can't let you go, Ralph. In the mood you're in, you're liable to do something foolish. I'll follow.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. All right, look, you follow her, but don't let her get out of your sight. Follow her every step.
Don't worry about a thing. I'll follow like a hawk. I'll follow everywhere. I'll follow over the entire city. I'll be a human bloodhound. Dum-dum-dum. Ralph, I lost her on the stairs.
Miss Patterson isn't here right now, but I guess it's all right for you to wait here for her. I'll go see if I can find her.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, Bud, maybe you remember me. I had my picture once in your paper here. Underneath the picture it said, screwball fan slides into third base at Ebbett Field.
No, I don't remember.
Made the Bulldog edition. Hey, you want to see that picture out?
Shut up. Screwball fan slides into third base at Ebbett Field.
Spoiled sport.
Look, for once in your life, can you be sensible? This is very important to me, Norton.
I don't know why you came down here to see this handwriting expert for anyway. I told you I recognize the handwriting. If you just give me a little time, it'll come to me.
I haven't got any time. I got to find out right away.
Then what am I doing here?
Look, don't you understand? You recognize the handwriting, but you don't know who the guy is. Now, she's a handwriting analyst. Well, she'll tell us if the guy is an old guy or a young guy. Give us some kind of a hint, a clue. And then maybe it'll come to you who was the guy that wrote the letter.
Boy, Ralph, with you on the trail, I'd hate to be the guy that wrote that letter.
You know, I don't understand how this all come about. I don't know why Alice wasn't open and above board about this thing. She knows I'm a reasonable man. She knows I'd understand. All right, so she and another guy fell in love. It's not their fault. Happens every day. Why didn't she come and tell me at least?
Ralph, what would you have done?
I would have killed the both of them.
Be careful, will you, Ralph? For saying a thing like that, they could book you on an 805.
No, stop with your 805.
Yes?
How do you do?
Can I help you?
Yes. Miss Patterson, my name is Mr. Ralph Cramden. I read your column in the papers every night, the handwriting analysis. Well, I have a letter here, and I would like you to analyze the handwriting on it.
Mr. Cramden, I'm sorry, but I usually answer these requests by mail
Oh, but
or
this is
in my
very
column.
important. See, I got to know right away.
Well, but this is not the policy of the
Please,
paper.
It's a matter of life and death.
Well, I'm sure it isn't that serious, but all right, very well.
Now, first, let me tell you about this letter. You see, this letter has nothing to do with me. This is a friend of mine. You see, this friend of mine, his wife is running around with another guy, and he found this letter. So my friend is very upset. So my friend thought, me being his friend, I would bring it down here, and then you could recognize the handwriting, and then my friend could tell me who was running around with my wife, and I could kill the dirty rat.
May I see the letter that your friend received?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I can tell from a general look that he is the romantic type.
Well, I got that. I got that from I love you, P.S. I love you.
Well, I'm not concerned with the contents of the letter. I'm just interested in the formation of the letters. Well, he's a very disorderly person. Now, take the T's, for instance. You see, here he's crossed one, and here he's neglected to cross one, and here he's crossed an L, and here he's dotted a T.
I know that handwriting from somewhere. I don't know where, but I know it.
Now, take this word beauty. Now, you can tell the writer of this letter was not too bright.
You can tell he wasn't bright from just the way he
Oh,
wrote
no, I
the word beauty?
Tell it from the way he misspelled the word. B-U-T-E-Y.
Well, ain't that right? That's the way I always spell it.
No, it's B-E-A-U-T-Y.
Why did you tell him? Why didn't you let him wallow in his own ignorance?
Here's something. Oh, he has a habit of leaving his O's open. They're not closed, and that shows a sloppy tendency.
Well,
I'm sure the man who wrote this letter is untidy in both dress and manner.
Well, we know three things about him. That he's not too bright, and he's untidy, and he's messy.
That's right. And then the way the loops of the L's trail off here. I venture to say that he has a complete lack of concentration. His mind is sort of wandering. He can't concentrate on anything, no matter how important.
Well, Norton, do you know anybody like that?
Ralph, you sure it isn't B-U-T-E-Y?
What's the matter with you? Can't you concentrate? This is very important to me.
I'm sorry, I was thinking of... Well, what do you want?
Look, we know a couple of things about the guy. The guy was dopey. He was messy. He was ill-mannered. He couldn't concentrate. Now, do you know anybody like that?
I'm thinking, Ralph. I'm thinking. Just give me a couple more clues.
You got any more clues?
Well, now, let me see. Well, sometimes, instead of using just a single letter or a whole word, we use a group of words, like in a sentence, and in this way we get an insight into the character of the person. Now, take this sentence, for instance. If only last Wednesday night could have lasted forever. Do you know what this means?
I've got to kill the both of them.
Now, Mr. Cramden, you're a little overwrought. Perhaps I'd better not continue.
Not continue, but I got to know right away, please. You got to tell me now. This is very important.
Well, I know, but I thought it was your best friend that you wanted to...
It is my best friend, but he's got to know right away.
Oh, well, Mr. Cramden, I have a suggestion to make. Now, I'm a very busy woman, and I have to get a column out in my paper today. Now, you leave this letter with me, and I will send a report to you by mail.
All right. I'll give you my address.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I don't want you to send it to my house. You see, my wife's friend is a friend of his wife.
Uh-huh.
And they might get together.
You can have it sent to my place.
All right,
That's
what's
great,
your address?
Norton. Go ahead.
What's your address?
Yeah, I'll write it down for you.
All right.
Thank you very much, Miss Patterson.
That's quite all right, Mr.
Please send it as soon as possible.
Yes, I certainly
All right,
will.
let's go.
Bye, Miss Patterson. Pleasure. Maybe you don't know it, but my picture was in your paper once. Underneath the picture.
Will you come on?
Well, I dropped.
Thank you, Miss Patterson.
That's all right. Mr. Cramden! Mr. Cramden!
Yeah?
Cramden, I'd like to speak with you alone.
Alone? Will you leave me alone? You go ahead.
Oh, yeah, okay. I got to get back to work anyway. I hope everything turns out all right and you find the guy. Ralph, just a sweet kid.
You know, he might act insane now and then, but he's one of the best friends a fella ever had.
Mr. Cramden, I want to show you something, but first I want you to have a look at this letter again. And then I want you to look at the address that your friend just wrote.
It can't be. It can't be. It can't be!
Handwriting does not lie, Mr. Cramden. Notice those open O's.
The open O's, I'll open his head.
Cramden, just a moment.
Just a moment. I'm going to look in every manhole in this city till I find that.
Mr. Cramden, maybe you're jumping to conclusions.
Jumping to conclusions? Didn't he write this letter to my wife?
Yes, but how do you know whether your wife feels that way about him or not? It may be one-sided. She may not care for him at all.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. She might not care for him. But let me tell you something, Mrs. Patterson. If they do like each other, pow! Right in both of their heads.
Hi, Alice. Oh, hi, Trix. Hey, Trix, is Dad home? Yeah. Why?
Well, I wanted to know if he'd go shopping with me tonight. I want him to help me pick out Ralph's birthday present.
Thought you got him his present last night.
No, I didn't, but I decided I'd get him a bowling ball. But you see, I can't tell a good one from a bad one. And I figured Ed knows what kind Ralph likes to use, so if he didn't mind picking it out for me, then...
Oh, I know he'd be happy to, but Alice, aren't you going a little overboard on Ralph's birthday this year? Gee, a bowling ball and the party at the Chinese restaurant tomorrow night.
Well, you know, the Hong Kong Gardens. It's not too expensive, and they got that nice little band and everything.
Well, I just hope Ed doesn't pull that stale gag again. Going up to the piano player and asking him if he can play chopsticks.
Well, what's the difference? You know,
Hey,
Ed.
Trixie.
Huh?
Better get upstairs. Your mother's on the phone.
Oh, what does she want?
How should I know? You know I don't talk to her.
I'll see you later, Alice.
Okay, Trix. Hey, wait a minute, Ed. I want to talk to you.
What do you want?
I just want to tell you something. But first of all, before I tell you got to promise me that you're not going to breathe a word of this to Ralph. You know how nosy he is about every little thing.
Call this a little thing?
Oh, I don't want him to know anything about it until his birthday.
This is what you're doing on his birthday. He better watch out for Christmas.
Wait a minute. You seem to know about the bowling ball.
Bowling ball?
Yes, I want you to go with me tonight and help me pick out a bowling ball.
For who?
For Ralph. Oh, well.
What I've been trying to remember.
Listen, Ed, you're not making any sense at all. Now, look, all I want you to do is go down there with me tonight and help me pick out a bowling ball for Ralph's birthday present.
Oh, you gonna get a bowling ball for Ralph for his birthday present?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's a wonderful gift. I know just the kind he likes. The three-finger job. And then you get that old back hook spin working there. When he gets the wrist moving down the alley, get plenty of wood in there. Oh, he'll love that. That's the best gift you could ever get. He'll be bowling every night. He'll never be home. He'll be down there night after night. You will... Oh-ho.
No. I don't care how much he likes that ball. He's going bowling once a week like he's always gone. I got to see him once in a while.
Alice, I want you to tell me something. And I want you to level with me man to man. Why are you buying this bowling ball for Ralph?
Because it's his birthday, and he's my husband, and I love him. Now, listen, Ed, let's get this straight. I can meet you in front of Geringer's Sporting Goods store on DeKalb Avenue. All I got to do is change my dress, and I'll be...
Well, I got a couple of things.
Ed.
Hey, Ralphie boy.
Why don't you continue with your conversation? I'm sorry I intruded.
Oh, we're all through with what we're talking about.
Didn't sound like that.
Oh, it wouldn't interest you anyway, Ralph.
I just bet it wouldn't. It can't be!
What's the matter, Ralph? You have a bad day today?
The worst day of my life.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ralph.
I just
bet you are.
Now, listen, don't let it upset you. I'll fix your supper in a minute. Excuse me, honey.
Who you calling honey?
Norton, who else?
Hey, Ralph. I ain't seen you since I left the Patterson dame's office. What'd she call you back for? She give you any hints? Did you find out who it is?
No, I didn't find out who it is. Did you find out who it is?
No, I didn't find out, but thinking all day long.
Yeah?
Can't think.
Well, think some more.
What are you doing, Ralph? You got this whole thing wrong. Listen, I was just talking to Alice. She told me she loved you. There's no other guy.
No other guy, huh?
No.
No other guy.
Of course not. I'm telling you, would I steer you wrong, pal of mine?
No, you wouldn't steer me wrong. Pal of mine!
Cut it out, will you? What's the idea?
I'm just trying to help you think, that's all.
I don't want to think anymore. I don't have to think anymore. I'm telling you, there's no other guy.
No other guy, huh? Well, that's just dandy. And you know, because you told me that there's no other guy, I want you to come downstairs tonight and celebrate with me and Alice.
Hey, Ralph, that's a good idea. Oh, wait, I can't. I got something important to do. I can't get out
What
of
could be more important than celebrating with me and Alice?
Well, you see, I got something very important to do.
But Alice is going to be down here with me, and I might have to go out and leave her alone.
Ralph, I got to go now.
Alice is going to be alone.
Ralph, I'd like to... Thank you very much. I'd like to very... And don't forget what I told you. I was just talking to Alice. She told me she loved you. She's true blue Lou.
Just threw her into his arms. And he threw her right back to me. I must be wrong. I gotta be wrong. That Patterson woman made a mistake. How could I think this about Norton, my best friend? A sweet guy, a buddy, a pal. Besides, how could Alice go for a bum like him? I made a mistake, that's all. I made a mistake.
Where's Norton? I thought I heard you talking to somebody.
Oh, I was just mumbling to myself.
Mumbling to yourself? Gee, you must have had a worse day than I thought.
On the contrary, I had one of the finest days of my whole life. Of my whole life. Every day is one of the finest days of my whole life. And you know why? Because I got the most wonderful wife in the world. That's why.
Ralph.
That's just for you being you.
Thanks, Ralph. I'll fix your dinner, sweetie.
Thank you, darling heart.
You'll be ready in just a moment, Angel.
Okay, lover face.
It's your favorite, too.
Oh, you are a dumpling.
I got it all ready for you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Say, you know what I was thinking tonight, Alice? Let's you and I spend a quiet evening at home instead of the Hong Kong Gardens. We'll turn on the radio, relax, you know, like the old days.
Oh, well, Ralph, I'd love to, honey, but I can't. I got to go out tonight.
Go out? Where are you going?
Well, I got to run, Ralph. I'll,
Where are you going?
I'm going to get myself a hat or something. Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. She thinks she's leaving me here.
Come in. Hello, Ralph.
Hi. Trixie, I gotta speak to you.
Sure, Ralph, go ahead. Say, you look worried.
I got something to tell you. I'd rather do anything else in the world but tell you this, but it concerns the two of us, and we gotta face it.
Well, what is it?
Get a good grip on your chair. Get a grip on your chair. This isn't easy, Trix. The toughest thing I've had to do in my whole life.
But what is it?
Oh, you have a new Frigidaire, huh?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay if I let go of the chair now?
I gotta go downstairs. I forgot something down there.
Now, wait a minute, Ralph, wait a minute. I can see there's something that's really bothering you, so out with it.
Nothing bothering me? What could be bothering me? Everything's going great for me. Got the best safety record down at the bus depot. Union's getting us 4 cents an hour more starting next month. My lodge is sending me down to Atlantic City for the convention. One of the happiest guys in the world.
Ralph, you left out the most important thing. You got a wonderful wife. Ralph, what is the matter?
God. So all my dreams are shattered.
Ralph, now calm yourself and tell me what's the matter.
I'll be all right. I'm sorry I upset you. I'll be all right. I just got to get a grip on myself.
Oh, look, Ralph, why don't I fix you a nice cup of coffee? It'll calm you down. And, oh, Ralph, why don't you turn on the radio or something? It'll cheer you up.
And now for a change in mood. We fill a request from VJ down at Jack's Diner, and he hopes M.W. is listening.
I wonder who's kissing
I'll tell you what's wrong. I know who's kissing her now. And when you find out who's kissing her now.
Ralph, I have never seen you act this way. Now, you've got to tell me what's wrong.
All right, I'll tell you. Alice doesn't love me anymore. Oh. She's running around with another guy.
Ralph, how can you say a thing like that?
How can I say it? She's out with him tonight.
Well, that shows you how wrong you are. Alice is with Ed tonight.
Exactly.
So what?
You poor fool.
Ralph, so what if Alice and Ed are out together tonight?
So what? What are they doing out together tonight?
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter at all.
I suppose you went for that birthday story, too, that they're out getting me a gift.
Oh,
You went for it, too, didn't you?
Ralph, you're
What were they
absolutely
doing Wednesday night? Were they
crazy.
getting me a gift Wednesday night, too?
They were out getting you a gift, and this is so ridiculous.
It
I don't
is?
see how you can say
It
a thing
is?
like this.
All right, read this. There you are. That'll explain Wednesday night, to you.
Ralph, you think that Alice and Ed?
It's Norton's handwriting, isn't it?
Well, yes, but you mean to tell me you're jealous of this letter?
What's the matter with you? You blind or something? How can you take it so calmly like this? Norton wrote to my wife that I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you. My wife. Ha-ha, what am I doing with your wife? Ha-ha, what are you doing with my wife?
So that phony stuff about jealousy was just a cover-up so you could go around with my wife.
Don't get wise, you dirty rat. Put him up. Get him up.
You bet your life.
Just get him up.
The two of you!
Shut up. You stay out of it. Get up and I'll knock you down again.
Ralph, if you can
Shut up.
Oh, because of that letter that Norton wrote me years ago.
Yeah, well, then what was it doing in my apartment?
It was in a cookbook I loaned Alice.
Yeah? Well, then what were you doing with him out tonight?
I was buying you a birthday present.
A birthday present. Har, har, hardy, har, har.
Har, har, hardy, har, har. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. I'll show you happy birthday. you, Alice. Very much. Thank you, Norton. Norton, Norton. Pal. I'm sorry, pal. I made a mistake. When that Patterson woman told me it was your handwriting, I went out of my mind.
I wrote it.
I knew that handwriting. I'm sorry I slugged you. Go ahead. Belt me one. Go ahead. Take a bell out of me. I deserve it. Go ahead.
You're a sweet kid, Ralph.
Come on, Ed. I'll patch you up.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ralph, happy birthday.
Sorry, House. Boy, leave it to me. Make fools out of my best friends. Jealous. Make a dope out of myself. I don't know how you can respect me. Just don't know how you can go on year after year liking me or loving me or respecting me or anything. Just a plain, ordinary mopes. Everything I do is wrong. Everything I do is ridiculous. And you still stand for it. Still stand for it. Still turn around to me and say, Ralph, I love you.
Ralph, you're the only person in the world I love.
Baby, you're the greatest. First kiss I've received from Miss Meadows this season. I want to see that she hasn't lost her stroke. Ladies and gentlemen, it was quite a difficult show for the entire cast to memorize. There were a great many lines, so I only think it proper that we have our cast come out and take a bow. Art Carney, Audrey Meadows, Zama Cunningham, and Joyce Randolph. Come on out.
You can finish unpacking later. Let's go up on the deck and walk around the ship a little, huh?
No, Frank, we can't go yet because Alice and Ralph are coming to see us off, and this is the only place they know to meet us.
Oh, yeah. Boy, I wouldn't miss that for the world. Wait till Ralph gets a look at this cabin. He'll be eating his heart out. Oh,
now, Frank, don't start rubbing it into Ralph. I know you don't like him, but remember, Alice is my sister, so be nice to him, if only for my sake.
Okay. I won't have to start anything. He will. He's been a sorehead ever since we won this free trip to Europe in that contest.
Oh, Frank, you have Ralph all wrong. He's probably very happy that we won this contest. Believe me, he's not the sorehead you think he is.
Yeah? I bet I can tell you exactly what he's going to say when he walks in here. First, he's going to make some crack about this cabin being too small. Then he's going to say something about it being too stormy this time of the year to travel. And then he'll probably make some crack about it being too hot in Europe in the summer.
Oh, Frank, I wish you and Ralph could be more friendly. Then maybe Alice and I could... Oh, that's probably them. Now, don't start anything.
All right. Go ahead.
Come in.
I'm just so happy for you.
Oh, I'm so thrilled, Alice. I show you the lovely casino dresses they gave me?
Oh, yeah, let me see. Where?
Hi. Well, we brought you some fruit for the trip.
Well, gee, thanks, Ralph.
All right. Just want you to know, Frank, that we're very happy you won the contest and that you got the trip.
Well, that's very nice of you. You know, a lot of guys might have been jealous.
Well, not me. I'm not the jealous type. Too bad they had to give you such a small stateroom.
It must be wonderful to take an ocean trip.
Well, from what I hear, it's pretty stormy on the ocean this time of year.
I'd give anything to travel around and see Europe.
I don't know. Somebody told me it's pretty hot over there now. Anyway, everybody goes to Europe for their vacation. I'd rather stay in America and just make day trips.
That's one I didn't think of.
Alice, I'm dying to show you the mink coat they gave me.
Oh, yeah.
Come on in the bedroom, Frank, and help me open the trunk.
Yeah, I want to show Ralph the movie camera they gave me.
I want to show Alice the mink coat they got. I want to show Ralph the camera they gave me. They did.
He wasn't so much when he was pushing a shovel for the WPA.
Listen, Ralph, you were on the WPA, too.
Yeah, but I didn't push any shovel. I had a wheelbarrow. Now, look, I did what you asked me. I took the morning off, and I come down to say happy voyage to your sister. Now I want to go. I can't stand that blowhard.
Listen, Ralph, you're staying, and you're going to be nice.
I'll stay, but I won't be nice. No, isn't that a nice camera?
Oh, Helen! Oh, that's the most beautiful mink coat I've ever seen. Gee, I'd give anything to have a coat like that.
Boy, you kill me, Alice. When you bought that coat, you had your choice. If you wanted a brown one, why'd you get it?
You wanted a brown one, why didn't you get it? Oh, you're a card, Ralph.
Why don't you take a picture of Ralph with your camera, Frank?
That's a good idea. Stand over there, Ralph. I got a picture of him. Go ahead, right over there. Now, come on, move. Do something, huh? Do something.
Boy, would I like to do something.
Come on, now, Ralph, smile, smile. Oh, that's fine. That's just great. Now, let me get one of you two together, the two sisters together, huh?
All right, Helen.
Well, let's have some action, girls. Come on. That's fine, that's fine.
Alice, you're making a fool of yourself. Stop that.
Get Ralph in the picture, Alice.
Come on,
Go ahead,
Ralph.
Ralph.
Get in with us, too. Come on, now.
Oh, that's fine. Hey, Ralph, you know, it'd be awful funny if you took your pants legs up.
Wait a minute, that's it. That's all, hold it. I'm not rolling my pants legs up.
Why not?
Because I don't want to, that's why.
Well, will you stop it?
Why should I stop?
Ralph, you haven't seen the whole stateroom yet. Why don't you come in the other room? It's beautiful.
Say, Frank, why don't I take a picture of you with the camera?
Oh, that's fine. Look, here's what you do. You look through here, and you press this little button here.
That one right there?
That's right, right there.
Okay. I'll get all ready. Well, move, Frank. Come on, do something.
Well, yeah, okay, just a minute. Just a minute. I got it.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Oh, that's wonderful.
Wait, hold it. Come in. Oh, like I said, we were just taking pictures, that's all.
Oh, you American. Always making the whoopee.
Yeah. Hey, what's this? We didn't order anything.
Compliment of the captain for the contest winner.
Wow.
Champagne, crepe Suzette.
Oh, wonderful.
Shall I prepare it for you now, monsieur?
Well, gee, yeah, thanks.
I have the crepe Suzette. Now, the flame. Voila.
Oh, I never
How
thought
about
I'd
that?
be standing face to face with a crepe Suzette.
Oh, I want to get a picture of that. Let me have your camera. My
Okay.
camera.
Well, it's all right, but as far as I'm... Hey, the boat's on fire! Get the thing! Get down there, I'll be down there in a minute. I'll put it out. Good thing I was here. This whole thing might have burned down.
Ralph, those were crepe Suzettes.
I don't care what started the fire.
Ralph, crepe Suzettes are supposed to be on fire. They're French pancakes.
Supposed to be on fire? Oh.
Gee, Ralph, do you always have to make a fool of yourself?
Oh, that's all right, Alice. There was no real harm done.
Boy, to think I've got it all on film, too. Wait till I get back from Europe and show it to the guys at the lodge, huh?
You're showing nothing to anybody at any lodge. Give me that camera. Give me that camera.
I sure wish I could have gone with you this morning. I've never been on a boat in my whole life. Except if you count the Weehawken Ferry. Tell me, Alice, do they really have stores and a movie theater on that boat?
Oh, I'm telling you, Trixie, it's like a regular city.
Oh, I'd give anything to go to Europe.
Well, maybe someday you will.
Well, I don't know. Ed believes that you ought to see America first. So, whenever we go to a different part of America, we cross it off our list. So far, we've crossed off Bayonne, Yonkers, and Scranton.
What are you crossing off this year?
I'd like to cross off Norton.
Oh, Trixie. Boy, these plants are really dry. I'm going to have to give them some more water and then get at the weeds later.
Yeah, well, I finished shelling these peas for you.
Oh, thanks.
Now, I had better go up and get Ed's dinner started.
Oh, well, thanks a million for doing this for me.
Sure, I'll see you later, honey.
Okay.
Norton? Yeah. Come on in. It's okay. She's not home. What? You got a lot of stuff here, Ralph. Don't worry, and it's all gonna pay off, too. There's enough box tops there to worth $1 million of contests.
We really cleaned out the grocery store, huh?
Yeah. Boy, if Alice knew what I spent for this, would she go nuts? You know how she is about money. That's why I want to hide it before she gets home.
Well, look, I don't get it. What are you going to hide it for? I mean, she's going to find it sooner or later.
That's just it. But I want to hide it for about a half hour. By that time, the grocery store will be closed, and then she can't make me take these back until tomorrow. By that time, I can convince her that this is a good idea.
How are you going to convince her?
You know, Norton, I never told you this, but I got a bag of tricks that I use on Alice when I wanted to do something that I wanted to do. And it's surefire, pal. You know, when I put my mind to it, she's like putty in my hands. Sometimes I butter her up, you know, give her the flattering treatment. Other times I use sympathy. She's a sucker for that. Then if neither of those pan out, well, then I get real rough, you know, and give her the Lord and Master stuff, putting my foot down like I'm the boss, the head, the breadwinner, and what I say goes, you know.
Well, so how come you got to hide all this stuff?
What's that got to do with it? Well, where can I hide it?
Listen, how about hide it in the bureau there?
No, that's no good. She might come home and want a handkerchief or something.
Yeah.
Maybe under the bed.
Hey, I got the perfect place.
Where?
We'll hide it out on a fire escape.
Hey, that's great. Look, I'll put this one out, and then you hand me that one.
Okay.
All right. What are you doing out there?
What are you doing in there?
I asked first.
Well, you can just start talking, Ralph.
Boy, if there's one thing I can't stand, it's a sneak.
What did you say?
He said if there's one thing he can't stand, it's a sneak.
And you keep out of this.
Alice, I think I'll have to remind you that I'm a guest in your house. And as such, I deserve to be treated with courtesy and respect. Ain't that right, Ralph?
Oh, shut up.
All right, Ralph. Now, would you mind explaining what the idea of all this stuff is? It must have cost at least $20.
$23.50.
Have you gone out of your mind? What is this? Crinkly Winkly breakfast food, Quino soap chips, Easy Do cake mix, Mother Fletcher's noodle soup mix. What's all this stuff for, Ralph?
Alice, Every one of these companies is running a contest. And I am entering every contest. And I'm going to win, too. If that stupid brother-in-law of yours can win, I can. Huh. Just get a load of these things. Here, look at this one. 25 words or less. Why I like crinkly winklies, and I'm off for Europe on a luxury liner. Hey, finish this Clino jingle, and I'm off for Hawaii on a Stratocruiser. Here's another one. Find the hidden faces in the trees, and I'm off to Sun Valley in my own car.
You keep up this raving, and you'll be off to Bellevue in your own straitjacket.
Now, look, Alice. I figure the more contests I enter, well, the better chance I got of winning. Besides, this stuff won't go to waste. We can use it.
We can use it? Who's going to eat all this Happy Hound dog food?
Well, we won't even waste that either. One of the prizes, the first prize, is a dog.
Listen, Ralph, get all this stuff together. You're taking it back to the store.
Now, wait a minute. Alice, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm doing it for you. Don't you want a trip to Europe? Don't you want a mink coat? Don't you want a ranch house? Believe me, I'm doing it for you.
What is this, Ralph? The buttering up technique?
This is no technique. I'm leveling.
You're taking it back.
I am not taking it back. I'm not taking it back. I'm not taking it back.
You are taking it back, and I said it in 25 words or less, so I win.
That's what you think.
And I'm taking all of this stuff back in the morning.
Oh, you are? I'll show you how much you're taking it back in the morning. I'll show you how much. I'll show you. That's how much. I'm entering those contests. And just remember one thing around here, Alice. Just one thing is all I want you to remember. I am the boss in this house. What I say goes. What I say goes. I give the orders. You take them and carry them out. Now get over to that stove and fix my dinner.
Shut up. You can make your own dinner. Make yourself some Happy Hound meatballs.
I can't figure that woman out. Every time I try to do something for her own good, she stands in the way. I don't understand it.
Why, simple, Ralph. All women are beasts.
Well, I gotta get on with these contests. If you got anything to do.
Well, why don't you let me stick around? I mean, maybe I could be some help to you. I'm a wizard at these things.
You?
Yeah, I entered one of these contests once. Another guy and myself, we had exactly same answers. He won and I lost.
You had the same answers. Why did you lose?
Well, neatness counted, and I filled out my blank down in the sewer.
Look, I gotta get on with the contest. If you want to stick around, but be quiet.
Yeah, all right.
Now, let's see. What kind of a contest do we got here? Oh. Hey, here's one.
What?
Oh, yeah. The blank is inside, and the bottom of the thing. What do they do, weld these on? Oh, yeah. They give you clues to presidents, and then you gotta guess the president's name. See? Each clue is a picture.
Yeah?
Let's see, now, there's a picture of a woman washing. And then in the next picture, there's a weight with 2,000 pounds on it. That's a ton. Let's see, a woman washing and a ton.
Wait a minute. Hey, I got it. Eisenhower.
Eisenhower? How do you make that up?
Well, a woman washing, and the town's 2,000, that ton, Washington. Who's in Washington now? Eisenhower.
You're right. I'm gonna mark that down. That's Eisenhower, right?
Yeah.
All right. There's a lot of these. I can do those after. Let's get on with the other ones. What else have they got in there? Oh, here. Oh. Slimmo, the non-fattening bread. Write in 25 words or less how eating Slimmo bread has made me thin.
All right, let's go on to the next contest.
What do you mean? This is the big one. They give you a trip to Europe on this one.
Hey, let's face it, Ralph. You're not exactly thin, you know.
They don't care what you look like. All they care is what you say. Look, I think better when I'm standing up. You sit down. You write and I'll dictate.
All right.
Let's see now. What are you doing?
I was just warming up the old soup bone.
Stop it, I can't think.
Sheesh, what a crouch.
Wait a minute, I think I got an angle.
What?
Get this. Before I started eating slim-o bread... Wait, no, put this down. Before I started eating delicious slim-o bread...
Good thinking, Ralph, good thinking.
Thank you. Before I started eating delicious slim-o bread, I weighed 250 pounds. I now weigh...
260 pounds.
I do not. I'm going to say I weigh 170 pounds. Hey, now listen to this slogan. Slim-o adds to the taste, but takes away from the waist.
Hey. That's great, Ralph. Boy, that is great.
That's the slogan that's going to win for me, pal. I'm really rolling now. Put it all down, pal. Let's see, what's next? Oh, here you are. Happy Hound Dog Food. All we got to do is give a name to the dog. That's on the picture in the back.
Let me look at the dog's picture.
Hey, let's see. What are some dogs' names? Fido, Prince, Ginger, Duke, Rover, Mitzi, Bullets.
Hey.
What?
Hey, I got the idea. Let's send in for the dog's name. Let's send in your name, Ralph.
Ralph?
Yeah, it's perfect. If a dog's name is Ralph, not only people can call him, dogs can call him. Ralph! Get out! Get out! Get out! I hope you win the dog and he bites you.
Prince, Spotty, Ruff.
Hello, Alice. Oh, hiya, Trix. Boy, have I got news for you.
Huh?
You better sit down before I tell you.
Well, what's up?
Well, it happened not 5 minutes after you left the house this morning. You know all those contests that Ralph's been entering for the past month?
Yeah.
He finally won one of them.
He did? Oh, that's wonderful. What did he win?
Stay right here, I'll show you. This is Happy.
Oh, he's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
But he's so big. Well, how are you going to keep him here?
Well, it's very simple. Ralph and I'll just sleep here in the kitchen. Boy, of all things for him to win, can you imagine? He sent in 30 names to win this dog. Each name meant another box top. Each box top meant another box of Happy Hound dog food.
Oh.
You know that we had 30 boxes of Happy Hound dog food in this house?
Well, with his dog here, you're very lucky to have it. Now you won't worry about feeding him.
Lucky. He ate the whole 30 boxes for lunch.
Oh, well. Listen, I've got to go up and prepare supper, but...
Okay.
Alice, after supper, when we're all finished, I just love to come down and play with Happy.
Well, it's all right with me, but if you're smart, you'll bring along a chair and a whip.
I'll see you later, Alice. Bye, Happy.
Okay, see you later, Trixie.
Bye.
Come on, Happy. Here we go. No, this way. Here. Here, there. Now. Here we go. Oh, now. All right, I'll get you something. Just a minute, Happy.
Hi, Alice.
Oh, hi, Ralph. Oh, no. What's that? More contest?
Yep, more contests. I'm not stopping until I win.
Well, you can stop now because you're a winner.
Alice, you're not kidding.
I'm not kidding.
What was it? The trip to Europe, the car, the ranch house?
It's in the bedroom.
Oh, boy, oh, boy. Quick, get a policeman. There's a dinosaur in there. Hurry.
Wow. Not a dinosaur, it's a dog.
What do you mean, a dog? I just saw it. Chewing on a bone that's bigger than a dog. Will you go ahead?
Ralph, that's Happy.
He didn't look so happy to me. Come on, push this against the door.
Ralph, don't you remember entering the Happy Hound dog food contest? That's the first prize.
What are they, crazy? Giving out monsters like that?
Monster? He's just a puppy. Wait till he's full grown.
Don't get wise, Alice. Don't get wise. What are we going to do with him? We can't keep him here.
Well, you should have thought of that before you entered the contest.
Oh. How did I know they were crazy? I thought they were going to give away some kind of cocker spaniels or something.
Well, you better think of something, some way of getting rid of him, Ralph, because he's too big for this apartment.
He's too big for a zoo. Maybe we could give him to somebody.
Give him to somebody? Who do we know who would take a dog that size?
I don't know, but we must know somebody.
What do you say that?
Pal of mine.
Ralph?
How you feeling, pal?
All right. Hey, Trixie told me you got a dog down there. I'd like to see it.
Oh, did you hear about the dog?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful dog. You'd like to see it, huh?
Yeah.
Alice, bring Happy out to show Norton.
Sure, Ralph.
Oh, you're going to like him, and he's so gentle, too.
Yeah?
He's lovely, Pete.
Yeah?
Come on, Happy. Here's Norton.
What a beautiful beast.
You like him, Norton?
Oh, boy, he's great, Ralph. He's Yeah.
You know, Norton, I feel pretty bad. You see, after all, I'm winning in the contest and everything. You helped me with all the contests. And, well, though I'm crazy about the dog, I'm going to give him to you.
Give him to me?
Yeah.
Hey, Ralph, that's... Hey, wait a minute, Ralph. If you're so crazy about him, then what do you want to get rid of him for?
Well, you see, it would only start trouble if I kept him. You see, I entered another contest, and the first prize is a cat. Now, will you get his stuff now so we can get him out?
Right. Come on, Happy.
Hey, Ralph, hold on a minute. I have no use for a dog like this. I mean, if someday maybe you get a water spaniel, I could use him in my work down the sewer.
We gotta get rid of that mutt! We gotta get rid of him!
Why don't you enter him in a claiming race?
Ralph, wait a minute. I just thought of something. Come here, Happy.
What?
Look at this dog. Now, listen. If we keep him here tonight in the bedroom, see? First thing tomorrow morning, I'll take him down to the pet shop. For a beautiful dog like this, they're bound to give us some money for him.
I just thought it over, Ralph. I'll take it.
No, you won't. That's a great idea. Take him into the bedroom until tomorrow.
All right. Listen, bring him in a pan of water, Ralph.
Huh? All right.
Guy didn't show up again today, huh? Would you take this in?
What's the matter? You afraid?
I'm not afraid. It's just that, well, I don't want to get used to him. It'll be that much tougher to get rid of him.
Well, I know how you feel, Ralph. You're scared.
I am not a scared.
Go get him, Happy. Hey, hello.
Go in and give him. What? Come in.
Oh. I have a telegram here from Mr. Ralph Crandon.
That's me.
Sign here, please.
There you are.
Yeah. Thanks.
Sir Ralph Cramden, congratulations. The Slimo Bread Company is happy to inform you that you are the first prize winner in their contest for an all-expense trip to Europe. Our representative... Alice! Alice! Look out! Look out! Look, read this. Read this.
Well, what is
we
it?
won! We won!
On what? On what?
We're going to Paris, Europe. Hey.
Boy, that dog sure made a change in your life.
It's not that. We're going to Europe.
You're going to Europe? Hey! Boy, Ralph, you and me is going to have a swell time in Paris, huh?
I'm not taking you. I'm taking her.
Well, you won't have as much fun in Paris.
Gee, I can hardly believe it, Ralph. We're
Yeah, honey, we're going to Europe. Just think. We'll see everything. We'll go to London. We'll go to France. We'll go to Italy. We'll even visit your grandmother in Galway. I'm telling you, and you thought that I was stupid by getting all these box tops. You thought I was spending too much money. Why, one meal that we have on that boat will cost more than everything I spent. And that brother-in-law's of yours, Frankie. I wonder what his tune will be now when he finds out that I won a contest. And do you know something, honey? When we're on our way over, he's going to be on his way back. I'm going to be up on the deck when the boat passes, and I'm not even going to wave at him.
Well, you know, that's what I like about Ralph. He never holds a grudge.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Gee, oh boy, this is nothing, honey. We'll go everywhere together. Huh? Oh, hi, Miss
Hello, Alice. How are you, Mr. Camden and Mr.
Maricachi Rose, I've got the most wonderful news for you. Ralph just won us a trip to Europe.
Oh, Mamma Mia! This is wonderful. How did you win such a trip?
Well, I just wrote in 25 words or less how Slim O'Bread made me thin.
And you won? Mamma Mia, I hate to see the loser.
The runner-up must have been an elephant.
Well, what difference does it make? It was the bean that won it for me. It was that slogan. Yes, sir. Slim O'Bread adds to the taste and takes away from the waste.
Oh, Alice, I'm so happy for you. Oh, I gotta go right now and tell him I'm Joe. Oh, I almost have forgot what I come down for. I want to butter your egg beater.
Oh, certainly, Rose. There you go.
Oh, thank you very much. I see you later. Goodbye, Mr. Carney. Goodbye, Mr. Norton.
Goodbye.
Oh, say, Ralph, she's such a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
We got to remember to bring her back something from Italy.
Absolutely. We'll bring her back a big hunk of that Bacciamatis mozzarella cheese.
Yeah. Say, by the way, Ralph, when are we supposed to leave on this trip?
Oh, I don't know. I was so excited I didn't finish reading the telegram. It says, your congratulations, Summer Bread Company, happy to them. Our representative, Mr. Robert Masterson, will call on you the 23rd. That's tomorrow. To discuss your arrangements for your sailing, passports, and European itinerary, etc. Also, as stated in the rules of our contest, we would like to use you to publicize Slim O'Bread. Therefore, it is imperative that you have a photograph of yourself when you weigh 250 pounds. We will take a picture of you now at your present weight of 170. Congratulations again, sincerely, Harvey J. Briggs, president of the Slim O'Bread Company. Well... Your present weight of 170.
Ralph, you didn't tell them that you weigh 170 pounds.
Yeah.
Ralph, you lied to them. Now, this will probably disqualify you completely from the contest.
What am I going to do? I got to do something. I can't possibly lose that prize. But I can't get down to 170 pounds by tomorrow.
You couldn't even make 250 by tomorrow.
Will you shut up?
Ralph, this is just terrible.
Will you keep quiet? Will you keep quiet? Everybody keep quiet and let me think. Well, will you say something so I know what I'm going to do?
Ralph, don't tell me we're going to have to give up our trip to Europe.
Not in your life we're not. I'm going to do something. Hey, maybe I can make them think that I'm thin by holding myself in.
Go ahead, pull your stomach in.
I am.
Don't holler at me. It's not my fault that you're fat. If you had a built like mine, then you wouldn't have any trouble. I weigh 170 on the nose.
Who cares what you weigh? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You just gave me the answer.
What? What are you going to eat? You eat 80 loaves of this bread?
What do you mean, eat 80 loaves of the bread?
Well, it says in the advertising slogan, you eat one loaf of bread a day, and it takes a pound off. So, all you got to do is from now until tomorrow, you got to eat 80 loaves of bread.
You are a mental case. No, don't you see? Your stupidity gave me the answer. You are going to be me when Mr. Masterson comes here. And he's going to take your picture at 170. Then he's going to give you the tickets for Europe. Then the whole thing is settled. It's solved, Alice. He's going to be me.
Wait a minute. How are you going to get a picture of Norton when he weighed 250 pounds?
Wait a minute, I got another question. When the boat leaves for Europe, who am I going to be?
You. Don't worry about that 250-pound picture. I can fix that up. But look, the most important thing is that you've got to memorize everything I said on that blank that I sent in. Where's the copy of it?
Well, I put all that stuff in your dresser in the bedroom.
Oh, all right. You go in and get it for me.
All right.
Hey, Alice! Come on, can't you hurry? Do you have to walk? You can run, you know. Hey, Norton, she's coming with the camera. You ready?
I'll be ready in a couple of minutes, Bob.
Well, hurry up.
Well, come in and take a look at me. See if I'm all right.
I'm not going in there with that mad dog in there. It's bad enough I couldn't get him out of there last night and had to sleep in the kitchen.
Hey, listen. You think this is going to work?
It's got to work. Masterson never saw me before. He doesn't even know what I look like. All I have to do is take the before picture of you, and then when he comes up, he takes the after picture of you. Then he gives you the tickets for Europe, and we're all set. It's a cinch.
Oh, gosh, I'm so out of breath. I ran all the way, Ralph.
Well, never mind that. You can rest on the boat. Give me the camera.
You sure you know how to work this?
Certainly I know how to work it. Well, in a minute, we'll have a picture of Norton as before. When Masterson shows up, we're all set. Well, are you ready, pal?
Yeah. You sure you know what you're doing? You sure
I wrote
you're
the
doing
slogan,
right
didn't I? Come on, Norton. He'll be here in a minute. How's it? How'd it look? Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, come on, Ralph. This is ridiculous. He looks like a big overstuffed balloon.
Well, that's perfect. I'm supposed to look like Ralph.
Never mind the wisecracks. Let's just take the picture.
Look, I don't want to be any part of this. This whole thing sounds like a fraud to me, and I'm not going to get involved with
What's the matter with you? Don't you want a nice boat trip?
it. Yeah, but I'd like to go across the ocean, not up the river. I'm going up to Trixie's. You're on your own.
Boy, just once. Bing! All right, stand over there and we'll take the picture. All right, pal, that's it.
All right.
Well, we got it. Now, 60 seconds, the film will be developed.
Okay.
All right.
Am I supposed to remember anything about
Now,
when
look,
the guy...
the most important thing to remember is this. When he gets up here, remember, you are Ralph Cramden. I am not Ralph Cramden. You are Ralph Cramden.
Don't worry about it, thing, will you? I got it. Don't worry about it. I'm not Ralph Cramden. You're Ralph Cramden. I'm not Ralph Cramden.
No! I'm not Ralph Cramden. You're Ralph Cramden. Now remember that. Go in and change your clothes. You'll be here any minute. Crouch. Hey, the picture come out perfect. Just a moment. Come in.
How do you do?
Oh, how do you do, sir?
I'm Mr. Masterson of the Slim-O Bread Company.
Oh, well, I suppose you're coming here to see the happy contestant winner? He's in the bedroom right now.
Oh. Are you a friend of Mr. Cramden's?
Oh, yes. I'm Ed Norton. He's Ralph Cramden. I'm Ed Norton.
Yes, I suppose Mr. Cramden is very tickled about having won the contest.
Oh.
That was a very good slogan.
Yeah, that Cramden guy's pretty clever, all right. Yeah, he's got it up here. Well, I'll tell him that you're here.
Thank you.
Oh, Ralph. Mr. Cramden, Mr. Masterson from the Slim-O Bread Company is here. The fellow that ran the contest that you are the winner of.
Whoa! Hi, Mr. Masterson. I'm Ralph Cramden. This is Ed Norton. I'm Ralph Cramden.
I've already met Mr. Norton. My, it's amazing. You mean you weighed 250 pounds?
Oh, boy, I'll tell you, I was so fat, I looked like I had pillows stuffed to me.
He was fat, all right.
Well, on behalf of the Slim-O Bread Company, I want to extend my congratulations. I suppose you're anxious to receive your tickets for your trip?
Well, you
Well,
bet.
I have them right here. Here you are, Mr. Cramden.
Thank you.
These are for Mr. Cramden.
Oh, yeah. I just want to see what they look like. There you are, Mr. Cramden. Norton,
You are a mental case.
Well, Mr. Cramden, my photographer will be right up with his equipment to take the after picture. Now then, I'm very anxious to see the picture of you before you started eating the slim bread.
Oh, the before picture. Yeah, I got the before picture. I think I got it.
It's in the top bureau drawer, Mr. Cramden.
Thank you. Thank you, Ed Norton.
Mr. Matheson wants to
What a
see it.
riot.
He forgets how funny he looked when he was fat.
My, isn't this odd? His body is fat, but his face is so thin. Oh.
Let me explain it.
I already told him that.
I'll tell you why that was. You see, when he was fat, he used to gulp his food down so fast that the food didn't stay in his mouth long enough to make his face fat.
Well, I don't think I've ever heard of anything quite like that.
Come in.
Hello, I just come in. Oh, I didn't know you had company, Mr. Cramden.
Oh, that's all right, Mrs. Manicaci.
I brought your egg beater back, Mr. Cramden.
Thank you, Mrs. Manicaci.
But I brought some addresses of my family in Italy. Maybe you would look them up.
I'd be glad to look him up when I go to Italy, Mrs. Manicaci.
Oh, well...
Well, how are you? Why don't you go now? Alice isn't coming back for a while. Why don't you come back later?
All
right, pardon me.
I thought you were going to Europe too, Mr. Norton.
I'm not.
Well, but I thought you were going, Mr. Cramden.
I am. I told you I'd look up for your family.
Why don't you go ahead and wait for Alice? She'll be right back.
Pardon me, but this is very confusing. Now, which one of these gentlemen is Mr. Cramden?
This is Mr. Cramden. I know him for years.
Oh, wait a minute. I've known him longer than you, and I say he's me.
This woman's crazy. She don't know what she's talking about.
Just a minute. Who are you calling me crazy, Mr. Cramden?
Look, I'm Mr. Norton. He's Cramden. I'm Norton.
And you calling me crazy. Goodbye.
She hasn't lived
Now,
in...
I want an explanation of all this, Mr. Cramden.
Well, you see, she hasn't lived in the building.
I know you're not Mr. Cramden.
All right. I'm Cramden. Look, pal, we weren't trying to cheat you anything. I wrote the slogan. So I'm a little overweight. I can lose some weight. Just give me some time. I'll lose it.
I have to release the picture of the contest winner this week. If I sent the newspapers your picture, I'd be laughed out of the business.
My picture would get a few laughs, too.
You're lucky that we don't have you arrested for fraud. Give me those tickets.
Goodbye. Bye.
All right, Norton. Out. Out!
Hey, I don't mean to bother you, but I left my wallet in the bedroom. Would you mind getting it for me?
Wait a minute. Get out of here. Get on there. Get out, I said. Get away from it. Get out. Get out. Get out of there. Dad. Dad. I'll send your wallet out. Will you come down and get that crazy dog?
Where have you been? I've been waiting here 20 minutes for you.
I took a walk through the park trying to find a sucker. Doesn't look too good.
Well, it's about lunchtime. Somebody ought to show soon.
Hey, how come you ain't wearing the wig?
It's too hot. Don't worry. I'll put it on in time.
Wait a minute. There comes a likely-looking sucker. Let's hide behind these trees. Yeah. Come on.
Oh, say, pardon me. I see you're a bus driver. Could you tell me which bus to take to the Empire State Building?
It's my lunch hour, lady. Do you mind?
Well...
My number's 2368 if you want to report me.
I told you. I don't understand. Please leave me alone. All my life I worked on this. I won't sell it to you. I won't sell it to nobody. I want it for myself.
Look, Steinhardt, I'll raise my price to $20,000.
I don't care. I don't want to sell it. I want it for myself.
I'll give you $100,000.
No. Now, please leave me alone.
But I gotta have it. Look, Steinhardt, you can name your own price.
I wouldn't sell it for any price. I want it for myself.
I've been too patient with you, Steinhardt, and I'm not going to take no for an answer. Now, when I want a thing, I get it.
No. Take your hands off of me. Leave me alone, please.
I'll let you alone when I get it.
No, never. Help.
You do as I say, all right?
Somebody please help me.
Wait a minute, you. Wait a minute. Leave the little guy alone and get out of here.
Who are you, mister? You
want to pick on somebody? Pick on somebody your size, like me, for instance.
Now, listen, mister.
You heard me. Beat it.
But...
Go on, beat it.
All right, Steinhardt, but you haven't heard the end of this.
Schwindler! Schweinhund! You do... That man, it took 10 years off of my life.
Take it easy, old timer. Take it easy. Here, sit down on the bench, pal.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Here, have a cup of coffee. Calm down.
Oh, thank you.
What'd that guy want from you?
I feel better now. You know what he was trying to do? He was trying to steal this from me.
Yeah, what's that?
This is to me what the electric light was to Edison. For 30 years I have worked on this. Then I went to that swindler to try to borrow some money to get started on manufacture. All I needed was a few dollars.
Few dollars?
Yeah.
Well, I heard him offer you $100,000.
But only, not as a loan, you see. He wanted to buy my discovery outright so he could manufacture it himself. You see, all I need is a few dollars to get started, and I could make millions off of my discovery.
Millions?
Yeah, but why should I bother you with my problems? You go ahead and eat your lunch. Thank you for everything. Auf Wiedersehen.
Wait a minute, Mr.
Steinhardt. Professor Gustav Steinhardt from Vienna.
Oh, my name's Crandon, Ralph Crandon from Brooklyn. This thing you got in the bottle, this discovery, why is it worth $1 million?
I have invented something that every bald-headed man in the world would buy. A chemical formula that is positively will grow hair.
A hairy star, huh?
Yeah.
That guy must think it works if he's willing to offer you $100,000 for it.
Oh, sure. He knew me when I was bald.
You were bald?
Yeah, only a short time ago. Look. Here's a picture taken of me 6 months ago.
That's you, all right.
Yeah.
Boy, this is amazing.
Yeah. If I could only get my hands on $500, I could be in business. I could be a millionaire.
Need $500, huh?
Yeah. Now, I wonder where I could... Oh, I know where I get the money. My friend Carl gives me the money. Yeah. Oh, thank you for everything and goodbye.
Wait a minute, Mr. Steinhardt. Are you sure this stuff works?
What do you think this is, Ferris?
Sure is a nice head of hair, all right.
Oh, please. I just combed it.
Look, suppose this friend of yours gives you the $500. What does he get for it?
Well, I give him the formula, so he manufactures it in New York. I take the rest of the country. Why, from New York alone, he's going to make at least $1 million. Lucky Carl.
Lucky Carl. Suppose I gave you $500. Would you give me New York?
Oh, but Carl was so good to me. Once when I was down and out, he loaned me $3 to pay my room rent. Imagine, from loaning me $3, he's going to make at least $1 million.
But wait
Lucky
a minute.
Carl.
I saved your life. If it wasn't for me, that guy would have beat you up and made you take the $100,000.
Yeah, that's right.
You're darn right it's right.
Yeah, but what about Carl?
Look, I'll take care of Carl from the profits.
You will?
As soon as I make the first $100,000, I give him the $3 he lent you.
You are a very generous man. Lucky Carl.
Then it's a deal?
Yeah. For $500, I give you New York.
Gee, thanks a lot, Mr. Steingart. Now, look, you come around to my house in a couple of days, and I'll have the money for you.
Couldn't I pick it up tomorrow? I can leave town right away.
You're leaving town?
Well, you got New York. I don't want to muscle in on your territory.
Muscle in?
As you Americans say.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Look, here's my address. You come around tomorrow, and I'll have that money for you.
Yeah. Tomorrow I come and bring the ingredients and the formula, and you go right into business.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Mr. Steingart. Whoops. Just one more thing. I hate to even mention this. You see, my wife and I have a joint bank account. You know, both of us own the money. And Alice, that's my wife. Well, she's always suspicious of any investments I make. And when I tell her about this Harry store, I wish I had some proof to show her.
Proof?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Could you let me have the picture of you bald?
Oh, yeah, sure. And by the way, you don't think you got some difficulty to convince your wife? Because if you do, I want to go to Carl.
Don't worry about that, Mr. Steinhardt. Okay, pal. See you tomorrow. And thanks a lot, Mr. Steinhardt. Oh, boy.
Well, how did it go?
I got the chump for $500, and boy, is he a beaut. He is the easiest mark I ever saw.
500. Great going, Gus. The lunch is on me.
Ralph, will you please stop with this so I can get some sleep?
You're not going to sleep, Alice. You're never going to get me sleep till you and I agree.
The answer is no, absolutely, positively, N-O, no.
Is that your answer, Alice? Your final answer? All right, then I'm getting out. I won't stay in the same house with a woman who's as stubborn as you are. I'm leaving. You don't have to worry. You don't have to give me the money. I'll get it someplace else. I'm leaving, Alice. I'm leaving now.
You forgot your toothbrush.
Yeah, but I'm not going.
If you're not going, then take off your overcoat and go back to bed.
We are not going to bed until we get this thing settled.
As far as I'm concerned, Ralph, it is already settled. We are not taking any $500 out of the bank to invest in some crazy hair restorer.
Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? You know, from the beginning of time, there must have been women like you. Your great-grandmother must have said that Fulton Steamboat was crazy. And your grandmother must have said the automobile was crazy. And your mother probably said the radio was crazy. And now it's your turn, Alice. Now it's your turn to call something crazy.
I've had something to call crazy for the past 14 years. You!
This doesn't surprise me. This doesn't surprise me. I know what you were going to say. I can read you like a book. On my way home tonight, I said to myself, no matter how good the proposition is, she'll be against it. Well, probably it's just as well. We wouldn't know what to do with $1 million. We wouldn't know what to do with it. You'd be uncomfortable in a Cadillac. You'd get lost in a mansion. You wouldn't know how to put on a fancy dinner for people in gowns and tuxedos. Now, no sense of trying to improve ourselves. We might as well stay just as we are. Poor, low, miserable human beings. No, you don't have to give me the money, Alice. It's better this way. We'll stay just as we are.
Okay, Ralph, now let's go to bed.
You gotta give me that money!
Shut up.
I'm not shutting up, Alice. I'm not shutting up till you give me the money. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Hear me!
Quiet down there so we can get some sleep.
You want it quiet? Why don't you move to a hospital zone?
Keep it down. to do? Wake up the whole neighborhood?
I'll wake up the whole world. I'm not letting this proposition slip through my fingers, Alice.
But, Ralph, hair restorer, don't you realize this is in the same category as the times you went in for the phony gold stock and the fake oil wells?
You gonna throw that up to me at this hour of the morning, are you? Huh? 2 mistakes?
How about the Goatland vitamins?
3 mistakes.
How about the shoe shine polish that glows in the dark?
4 mistakes.
All right, how
Why
about...
don't you stop?
Gee, Ralph, you were born to be taken. You are the original sucker. I want to tell you something that anybody, absolutely anybody, can pull the wool right down over your eyes. All anybody has to do is give you a smooth sail talk, and you'll fall for anything.
Maybe you're right. I married you, didn't I? Now, are you going to say yes? Are you going to give me that money?
No, no, no.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Yes?
No.
Are you going to give me that money?
You hear that, Ralph? Now, will you shut up and go to bed?
I will not shut up and go to bed until I hear the word yes. How'd you guys like to step down in the yard with me and settle this? 2 at a time. Now, what's the matter with you, Alice? Why won't you give me the money?
Because this whole thing is a phony, Ralph, and if you had any sense, you'd realize it.
Phony? A phony? That's what you think it's a phony. Look, I told you, I saw the man himself 6 months ago. He was bald. I saw him today. He's got hair like that. Not only that, but a man, I heard him myself offer him $100,000 for it. But the guy doesn't want to sell. Look, all he wants is $500 to get started. For $500, he'll give me the whole New York area. Do you realize how many bald-headed men there are in New York? There must be thousands of them. And it's very easy to sell a bald-headed man hair restore. Do you know why? Because they got a lot of money. Statistics show that bald-headed men, all bald-headed men are rich. They got money. You know why they got money? Because they're smart. They got brains. The more brains they have, the less hair they got.
I rest my case.
One of these days, Alice, one of these days. All right, All right, Alice, you don't have to give me the money. You don't have to give it to me. I'll sell something. I'll sell something. That's what I'll do. What are you doing down here? It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you kept me awake with a fight. I thought I'd come down and get a ringside seat.
You can hear it up there?
Hear everything, I'll say. Boy, you really stuck your chin out when you said that business about the more brains you got, the less hair you got.
Don't worry, I got a couple of good singers in there myself, too.
You know what? Trixie and me were going to bet on the fight. The only trouble is we both won an hour.
Yeah, well, you would have lost, see, because I'm winning. I'm getting that money.
You think this hair restorer is good stuff, huh?
You know about the hairy story? You heard that, too?
Of course I heard about it. If you'd give her the formula, everybody in the building would be making the stuff.
Norton, I got to get that $500. This hairy story is a surefire thing. Where can I get that money? Wait a minute. I'll borrow on my life insurance. I can only get $300 on that. I need $200 more.
That's tough luck, Bob.
Who do I know that has $200?
I'll see you later. I got to forget.
Wait a minute. Fate sent you down here to me.
Fate, nothing. It was the fight.
Norton, you're going to lend me the $200.
Look, you know I'd like to help you out, but you know the old saying, lend money, lose friends?
What's the matter with you? You don't have to lend it to me. You give it to me, and I make you a partner. What's the matter with you, Norton? Don't you want to be a millionaire?
You gave me the chance to be a millionaire with that shoe shine stuff that glows in the dark. Remember all the stuff you said was going first, all the people who was going to buy it? People in the movies that want to find their shoes? People that throw shoes at cats that want to get their shoes back?
All right.
Dancing in the dark.
That was shoe polish. Look, do you know how many people are out with bald heads?
All I know is there's twice as many shoes as there is bald heads, and we lost money on that.
lost money? You got your money back.
Well, I had to shine a lot of shoes to get it back.
Will you forget about the shoe polish? This isn't crazy scheme like that. This is a surefire proposition. Boy, oh boy. Norton, will you think of me for a change? Just think of me for a change. Look, I'll prove it to you. I'll prove to you that this is a pure, surefire proposition. Wait here, I want to get a picture. Will you shut up about Norton and think about me once in a while? Here you are, Norton. Norton! Wait a minute, Norton, it's not like... What are you trying to do, scare me to death?
I'm sorry, Ralph.
Now, look at this picture. This picture was taken 6 months ago of the Professor Steingart. Look at him, absolutely bald. That was 6 months ago.
Looks like he still is.
Dope, that was 6 months ago. I saw him today. He's got hair like that.
Oh, I see. Listen, Ralph, you sure that this stuff really works?
Am I sure it really works? Would I borrow from my life insurance if I wasn't sure? I'm telling you, a guy wanted to give him $100,000 for it. All he wants is $500 to get started. He'd give me the whole New York area.
Look, $200 is a lot of money to me.
Well, I never thought that money would come ahead of our friendship. Well, shows you how mistaken you can be about some people. I thought you were my friend. I thought you were as friendly to me as I am to you. But I can see that's not the case. All I know is when you needed a reference to get that job in the sewer, who got it for you? Me. The time Trixie was running that surprise party for you, who told you about it? Me. Whenever you ride on the bus for nothing, who allows you to? Me. The time you were sick and had the measles, who played Monopoly with you every night? Me. Now I want a measly $200, and you say no. Norton, you don't know what a friend is. All right. You got me, pal. I'm with you 100%. I'll see you in the morning. I'll bring the $200 down. Norton, we're gonna be millionaires.
Okay, Ralph. I gotta go back upstairs now and give Trixie the 50 cents I owe her.
What 50 cents?
Well, she bet me a half a buck if I come down here, you trick me into this thing.
Come in.
I can't come in my office, folks.
Oh, come on in. Put them on the table.
Yeah. I got all the bottles. Did Professor Steinhardt show up yet?
No, he didn't. But as soon as he gets here with the formula, we go right into production.
Okay.
How much did the bottles cost you?
They did not cost me a cent. I used the old bean. Nothing, not a red cent.
Didn't cost you anything.
No.
Let me see him.
Wait a minute.
Crazy bottles. I told you to get drugstore bottles. How are we going to sell Harry store in a whiskey bottle?
Listen. With a whiskey bottle like that, even guys that ain't bald will buy it.
Well, Norton, I see that I can't trust you. I'm beginning to be sorry that I let you in on this deal in the first place.
Well, I don't think it's too late for me to step out if you'd like to hand me over my $200.
What's the matter with you? Can't take a joke? Oh. Oh, by the way, partner, while you were out getting the bottles, I thought of a couple of slogans. Just listen to these. Here's one. If you want to keep from losing your hair, use our product.
Wait a minute. There's something wrong there, Ralph. Something wrong there. I mean, our stuff doesn't keep you from losing your hair. It grows new hair.
Yeah. Well, listen to this one. This is really clever. Hair today, gone tomorrow.
Hair today, gone. I think you missed the boat there. It'd be more to the point if you said gone today, hair tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe you got something there.
Yeah, I also think that you better collect the bottles and let me write the slogans.
I wrote the slogans. You just changed the words around. And another thing, while you were out, I gave some thought to the name of the new firm. How does this sound? Cramden's Miracle Hair Restorer.
Just a moment, please. I got a couple of $100 invested in this venture. I'd like my name mentioned.
What a baby you are. All right, we'll use a combination of names. How about Cramnors?
What's the matter with Norcram?
That's the silliest name I ever heard of. Now, look, let's get this settled now. I put in $300. You only put in $200. I am a senior partner. You are a junior partner.
Well, wait a minute, Ralph. After all.
That must be Professor Steinhardt now. Yes. Oh, good evening, Professor Steinhardt. Come right in, Professor. Come right in.
Thank you, Mr. Cramden. Thank you.
Well, Norton, I showed you the picture of him 6 months ago. Is that a head of hair?
Boy, looks like a busted open mattress.
Hey, Mr. Cramden, you see, I brought the ingredients and the formula for the hair restorer.
Well, let's get started.
No, just a minute, Mr. Cramden. First, the $500?
Oh, the $500. I have it in the bedroom. I'll get it for you right now. Oh, by the way, this is my friend Ed Norton. This is Professor Steinhardt.
All right.
I made Mr. Norton a junior partner. I hope you won't mind.
Oh, no, not at all. He looks like a bright-looking young fella.
Yeah, I'll get the money for you.
Thank you very much, Professor, for calling me a bright-looking young fellow in front of Ralph. He's always calling me a mental case.
He called you a mental case?
Yeah, 6 or 7 times a day.
Whew. Looks like you boys is having a celebration.
Oh.
I'm sorry I missed the party.
No, these bottles are just for
Here
the...
you are, Professor Steinhardt, $500.
Ah, yeah. It's all there, thank you very much. And I want to wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. By the way, we have a name for our company. It's going to be called Cramden's Miracle Hair Restorer.
My, what a snappy name. Well, gentlemen, I must be going.
Wait a minute. Aren't you going to show us how to mix the formula?
Oh, no, that's not necessary. Here is the ingredients, the sample ingredients, and here I got a bottle of the formula, but I mix it myself so you can compare the color when you get through with it, see? Oh. And here is the formula how to make it. Oh, believe me, a child could do it. And if there's anything else you want to know, you can always reach me in Chicago. Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, well, is there any papers about signing over the New York territory to me?
Mr. Cramden, between us, we don't need nothing in writing. I trust you implicitly. And look, you already got New York. But because you're such nice fellas, I'm going to throw in New Jersey, as far as Asbury Park.
Norton? There goes a sweet guy.
That little man is okay in my book.
He certainly is. Well, let's start making our first million. Hey, what?
Hey, I just thought of something. He said if we needed him that he was going to Chicago, he didn't give us no address.
Hey, that's right. Maybe I can catch him in the street.
You see him?
No. Only one down there is a bald-headed guy running down the street with a French poodle under his arm. We care. We got all the stuff. All we have to do is start mixing.
All right.
We need a pan to mix in. Get the pan.
A pan?
Yes.
Good pan. I better lock up, huh?
Yeah, lock that door when I read the formula. There we are. Let's see. Here it is. Hey, this Steinhardt really lives it up. Get a load of this stationery. Dixie Hotel.
Never bother with that. Come on, let's get going with the formula.
All right. Now, here. Make a little room over there. Yeah. Now, first you pour 1/3 of contents of bottle 1 into container. Bottle 1. Where's bottle 1?
Wait a minute. We'll find it. It's bottle number 1, Knuckle-Niff.
Knuckle-Niff?
Yeah.
Na2, Cl3, NPA. Well, it's easy to see that you didn't study chemistry. This is Nicalnip.
I can't help it if I wasn't good in chemistry. My best subject was current events and civics.
All right, now. So much for bottle 1. Now, into this 1/2 of bottle 2. Hand me bottle 2, Norton.
Bottle 2. How do you pronounce that?
H2O. Oh, that's pronounced ho. You see, in chemistry, you never pronounce the numbers.
Oh, that's silent.
That's right.
Well, how about letting me pour in a little of this bottle?
All right, go ahead. But remember, only half.
Half a bottle of ho.
And then after we have... Take it easy with that H2O. What do you think it is, water? No, H2O. Look, you better let me mix this stuff. Just stay away from me. Remember, you're the junior partner. Get out of my hair.
You mean hair restorer, huh?
Get out of here. Just leave me alone.
Sheesh, what a grunt.
All I have to do is line up the bottles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's a cinch from there on in. I just mix the ingredients as we go along.
Here by yourself.
Now, next.
Oh, I was looking for my beer.
You stupid stoop! You made me pour the beer into the mixture!
Well, what are you calling me stupid for? I wouldn't have done it.
You. Now I gotta empty this and start all over again. Will you look out? Boy. All right, let's start again. All right, hand me the first bottle.
Bottle number 1, Nicalnip.
Bottle number 1, Nicalnip.
Bottle number 2, ho.
Bottle number 2, ho.
Bottle number 3.
Bottle number 3.
It's a tough one. O-Livy-O-L.
Olivia-O-L. That's olive oil!
I told you I was no good at chemistry.
You're no good at reading either. Wait a minute. Oh, hiya, Mr. Mitchell.
Hello.
Anything wrong down at the bus?
No, there's nothing wrong. It's just tonight we got a call that Jim Nolan has got the virus, going to be out for a couple of days, so we're rearranging the driver's schedule.
Oh, you want me to take Nolan's shift?
Well, till he gets better. I knew you didn't have a phone, so I was driving by and I thought I'd drop in and tell you.
Gee, it's nice of you to take that trouble. By the way, this is my pal, Ed Norton. This is Mr. Mitchell, my boss. He's the traffic manager down at the bus depot.
Thank you.
I suppose you wonder what we're doing with all this stuff on the table?
Well, frankly, I am.
Well, we're in the midst of mixing up a batch of Norcram.
Cramnar.
What's that?
Well, it happens to be a very secret formula, a new discovery, a hair restorer.
Oh, you've discovered a hair restorer?
Well, I haven't discovered, but a friend of mine, a Professor Steinhardt, did.
Oh, I've got no faith in those hair restorers. I tried a lot of them. None of them work for me.
Yeah, but this one's different. This is the real McCoy. This Professor Steinhardt was bald 6 months ago. He's got a head of hair like this, hasn't he, Norton?
That's right, boy. All I know is I wouldn't want to sit in back of him in the movies.
Say, let me tell you something. If I had all the money that I've spent on hair growers, I'd be a rich man today.
This isn't going to cost you a thing, Mr. Mitchell. Sit down. I'm going to give you a treatment for nothing. Right here and now. Sit down, pal.
Well,
what do you say? Well, you got nothing to lose. Wait a minute. I'll get a sheet.
With a little more hair on your head, you'd be a good-looking guy.
Well, let's put it You don't want to grow any hair on your suit. Let's see now. We'll use the stuff that, what's his name, mixed up already.
This is already mixed.
Let's see. Apply generous amount of formula to hair, briskly into scalp, rub, wrap a red-hot towel, and leave on head for 1 hour.
Hey, I have to sit here with a red-hot towel on my head for an hour?
So what? We'll play checkers and pass the time. Don't worry about it.
All right.
This is a history-making occasion. I'd like to pour...
All right, I'll put this on, and you can apply the hot towel.
Say,
There we are.
Mr. Mitchell, while we're waiting, would you like your shoes shined with a polish that glows in the dark?
Will you shut up? Well, Mr. Mitchell, a couple of more minutes. We take the towel off and we see those little hairs sprouting. You feel anything up there yet?
Well, I must say my head was tingling an awful lot.
That's the hair growing.
Yeah, with all the other stuff I used, I must admit I never got this kind of a feeling before.
Hey, Ralph, when we get the first batch made, can I send a bottle of it to a bald-headed cousin of mine?
Why, certainly.
Boy, thank you. She'll really appreciate it.
Mr. Norton, you need to save your bald-headed...
Well, only another minute, and we'll take you off the towel and see the hair sprouting.
Well, I'm getting a little anxious myself.
Yeah, well, let's get prepared for the momentous occasion. Go into the bedroom, get a hand mirror off the dresser.
Yeah, don't do anything until I come back.
Don't worry, pal. Boy, your wife is certainly going to be surprised when she sees you with a new full head of hair.
Yeah, you know, to tell the truth, my wife's been saying that I should get a tooth.
Well, you sure won't need one now.
All right, here we are, ready for the unveiling.
You know, I wish Alice was back from the movies so she could be here for this historic occasion.
Come on, Kramer, let's get along with this.
All right, here we go.
Well, is there much of a change?
Sure is.
Oh, I want to see it. Let me get the mirror. Give me the mirror.
Hey, you dope. Now you broke the mirror.
I didn't break it.
And that's the only mirror we have.
I'm terribly anxious to see it.
Yeah. Boy, don't touch your head now. It's all.
Why not?
Well, they're a little weak yet, and they might break off.
Well, you know, this is quite a thrill. Did much hair grow in?
Oh, yeah. You can't even count them. You sure look young this way.
Yeah, about 8 days old.
Wait to go home and tell my wife.
Yeah, hey, that's a good idea. Here's your hat. You go right home and tell your wife now.
Thanks, Cramden.
You're
Thanks
so
a lot.
welcome, eh?
Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Cramden?
Mr. Mitchell, your head.
Oh, you notice the difference, eh? Well, I owe it all to your husband.
Ralph.
Say, look here, Ralph. You know, I can't wait till I see what this looks like. You must have a mirror in the bathroom. I gotta look at it now.
Wait a minute, please. Hey, come on. We gotta get out of here.
Oh, no, you two boys are staying here. Now, Ralph, what happened to Mr. Mitchell's head?
Honest, Alice, I don't understand what happened.
Cramden!
Come on, Norton, let's get out of here.
Cramden, what did you do to me? I lost every hair I had. I'm getting for you.
I'm a junior partner.
You're gonna hear from my lawyer in the morning.
Wait a minute,
All right, Ralph. You did it again, didn't you?
Shut up and let me think. Here I am. I've lost my job. That guy's going to sue us for every cent we got.
He won't get a penny. Every single cent we got is wrapped up in this hair grower.
Can't understand what could have gone wrong.
What could have gone wrong? I don't have the slightest idea what could have gone wrong. This was no fly-by-night scheme. Why, this was a solid, down-to-earth business proposition. You were having your lunch on a park bench. Two men come out arguing. One man yells for help because the other man wants to give him $100,000. So you jump in and save him from this horrible fate. And as a reward, he lets you in on the greatest discovery since shoe-shine polish that glows in the dark. So what do? You borrow money on your insurance policy. And for the rest of the money that you need, you drag in this poor soul. Then, for your first experiment, who do you choose? The traffic manager of the bus company. He winds up completely bald, you're fired, and you're out the $500.
$501. I think you're gonna have to get a new pan for under the icebox.
Look, I told you I'm not selling it to you. Now, get away from me. I worked in this all my life, and I'm not selling it to anybody.
I would raise the price to $20,000.
I don't care. I ain't selling it.
Up to $100,000 I will give it for it.
Look, you can't have it. Will you leave me alone?
I'm very anxious to get this discovery. I think it's amazing. I will let you name your own price.
I ain't selling it for any price. I'm keeping this stuff for myself.
Now, you listen to me. I've been patient long enough. I have you know, when I want something, I usually get it. Now, I'm going to get it.
Will you take your hands off me? You're not getting this stuff.
I will not take my hands off you unless you give me that stuff.
Help, please, police, help me.
What do we do now?
Shut up. Somebody help me. Somebody help me.
Listen.
Get out of here, you swindler, or I'll call the police.
You have not seen or heard the last from me.
Go ahead, get out of here, swine hunt. Sorry to have dragged you into this. But fella was taking 10 years off of my life. He was after my formula.
Your formula?
Yeah, I've been working on this all my life. It's a hair restorer.
Really?
Yeah, that guy was trying to swindle me out of it.
Yes, I know what you mean. You see, I'm an inventor myself. I've just completed work on an electric zipper.
Oh. Well, you see, he wanted to take this hair restorer. An electric zipper?
Yes. That's my invention. All I need is a few dollars to get it on the market, and then I'll make millions with it. But, what's this about your
Oh, never
hair...
mind about this. About this electric zipper. How does it work?
Well, as you know, the principle of the zipper works on the idea of the interlocking of the little metal latches.
Yeah.
Now, in the case of a briefcase, let us say, when zipping all around, there's a possibility of hitting a snag.
Yeah,
I tell you, there are millions in this.
Millions?
Yes. Now, here's the reason that mine works better. You see, the margin for error is reduced completely.
You're a blowhard, but you don't scare me no how. Oh, you're gonna learn the
Hello? Hello there. Alice, Ralph, anybody home?
Oh, hi, Ed.
Hi, Alice, how are you?
Pretty good.
Alice, I was wondering maybe if Ralph or you could give me a little help. I got a problem.
Well, if I can. What is it, Ed?
Well, I'll tell you. One of the boys that I work with is retiring after 30 years in the sewer. And, well, I've been elected as head of the... here.
Yeah, thanks.
I've been elected as head of the committee, to buy him a gift. Now, my problem is, I'm trying to get some ideas.
Gee, I don't know, Ed. Let's see. Now, what would be a good,
I submitted a suggestion that wasn't too warmly received with much encouragement.
Oh, what was that?
Well, I thought it was be a nice touch if we had his rubber boots bronze.
I don't think that would be so good.
Have the reporters come here. Wait till you hear this. The reporters, have they been here yet?
What reporters?
When I tell you what happened to me today, you're not going to believe it.
But what's this about reporters?
Let me tell you. I'm driving my bus up Madison Avenue. I stop at 48th Street to let some passengers on. A guy gets on, and I look at him, and I sort of recognize him. It rings a bell. But I can't place where I saw his face before. Well, I'm thinking, and he sits down. I'm still thinking where I saw his kisser before. Suddenly, it comes to me when I stop for a light on 62nd Street. I remember going to work this morning and looking in the paper, and his picture was in the paper. It's the killer they're looking for, Bullet Sturgeon.
Ralph, you had a killer on your bus?
I certainly did.
What'd you do?
I do? I played it smart. I'm driving along normal like nothing's going on, see? Now, I get to 68th Street, and I see a couple of cops come out of a hamburger joint. So I pull the bus over to the curb, and I jam on the brakes. Then I make an announcement. I said, the bus is stalled. You'll have to take another one. Now, everybody gets up and starts to file out the back door. I jump out the front door, and I get a hold of the cops. I said, I got Bullet Sturgeon in the bus. Now, they run to the rear of the bus, and just as he's stepping out of the door, they nab him.
Ralph, you mean you helped trap a killer?
I certainly did.
Well, weren't you scared?
Hey, don't be crazy, Alice. Anybody that drive a bus in New York traffic ain't scared of nothing. Ralphie, boy, I'm proud of you, boy.
You should have seen them down at the police station. They treated me like a real hero. What a fuss they made over me. And one of the reporters took my address. He said he's coming up here to take pictures of me.
Oh, yeah, you get your pictures in the paper, you're going to be real famous.
Yeah, I'll probably be on the front page of every paper in the country. Hey, that must be them. Come on in, fellas. Oh, how do you do?
Hello,
how are you? This is my wife, Mrs. Crampton. This is my friend, Mr. Ed Norton.
Say, Mrs. Crampton,
Yes?
how do you feel about having a husband as a hero?
Oh, well, I still can hardly believe it.
Mr. Crampton,
Yes,
would you
sir.
hold up this paper and point to the picture of bullets?
Oh, yes.
And now, how about one of you two together?
Glad to oblige.
Not you! White balance.
All right.
By the way, Mr. Crandon.
Yes, sir?
What do you think about that threat that Bullett's made about you?
Threat?
What threat?
Well, he said the first thing he was going to do when he gets out is to take care of the guy who put the finger on him.
But you don't have to worry, Mr. Crandon. This time they're going to put Bullets away for keeps.
Right.
For keeps, huh? Well, if you ever run into that two-bit punk, tell him I'm not afraid of him. Come in.
Oh. Mr. Crandon?
Yes, sir.
This is Captain Brady.
Oh, how do you do, Captain?
I just dropped in to thank you for the great services you rendered your community.
Well, thank
Captain,
you very much.
Well, just hold on just a second. I want to get a shot of you shaking hands.
Well, it's a pleasure, boys.
Hey, excuse me, Captain.
Oh, this is my friend, Ed Norton.
Captain. I'm glad you're here. I want to ask you a question.
Well, what is it?
Are those stories in Dick Tracy actually taken from real police files?
What are you wasting the captain's time with stupid questions like that for? Of course they're taken from police files.
Say, boys, how would you like to have a picture of Mr. Crandon with his arm about my shoulder?
Fine. Step down this way.
Certainly.
Step right down here.
Yes,
Captain.
sir. Right here.
Captain. Yes, go ahead. What is it?
Want to take another?
Captain, what is it? I just got a call on the radio. Bullets escaped. Bullets escaped when? About a half hour ago. Oh, I've got to go back to the station. Oh, what a story. I gotta get to a phone.
Ralph, he's escaped.
Hey, you know, Ralph, I'm kind of glad they cleared out of here. I got a question I want to ask you. What do you think will make a good gift for a guy that's retiring after 30 years in the sewer?
Are you crazy or something? Do you realize that there's a killer in the streets and he's out gunning for me?
Ralph, what are you going to do?
I don't know, but I gotta do something. I can't sit here like a clay pigeon. Maybe I ought to go and hide someplace.
Hey, I got an idea. The perfect hiding place. My uncle's place in New Jersey. He'll never find you there.
He won't?
Of course, not a chance. I've been going out there 3 Sundays in a row. I can't even find a place myself.
Ralph, I think you better get a policeman up here.
That's right. I'll get a policeman. I'll be right back.
What a problem.
What are you, nuts or something? Sending me out of the street when there's a killer looking for me?
What are you getting so nervous and upset about? He wouldn't be so foolish as to come up here gunning for you.
He wouldn't?
Not a chance. He'll wait until you're walking along the street some night and then bang.
Will you shut up? Look, go in the bedroom and see if the windows are locked. I'll take care of the door.
Boy, wait till you meet him on the street someday and bang.
Guy Bullets is really some tough-looking customer. I'd hate to have him running after me.
Will you shut up? Will you shut up?
Shut up, shut up!
Oh, you're very touchy today.
Touchy? Don't you realize that there's a killer looking for me in this city? He's liable to be down the street right now. Hey, Norton. There's a guy standing down there now. He's under the lamppost. It looks like he's looking up at this window. What are you trying to do? Give me a heart attack or something?
What was that?
That's this nut. Look, I gotta get out of here.
Ralph, you can't go out on the street. He might recognize you.
Hey, wait a minute. How about a disguise? I'll go upstairs, get my sailor suit that I wore in the Navy. You get in that, he'll never recognize you in your uniform.
Hey, that's a good idea. Go ahead.
Oh, I'll be right back. Alice, while I'm gone, watch out for this boy. He's a sweet kid.
Now, listen, Ralph, don't worry about anything. The police will probably get him, and then everything will be all right.
Yeah, but suppose they don't. By the way, Alice, if anything ever should happen to me, don't worry about your future. You'll be well taken care of. I never told you this before, but I made out a will, and I left all of this to you.
Ralph, nothing's gonna happen.
Hey, that's him.
Somebody's out shooting through the door.
Open up, Mr. Police. It's me, Ralph. Officer Casey, down the corner.
That's Casey's voice, all right. Open the door for him. Hiya, Casey.
Ralph, we got a report that Bullets is heading this way. We know he's coming here because he wants to carry out his threat against you, but don't worry. The captain has devised a scheme to get him.
Well, what is it?
Is this the bedroom in here?
Yes.
All right, I'll give it to you fast. Grogan and I will go in there. When he comes in here, we jump in and we grab him.
Oh, that's fine. My wife and I will go up to my friend's apartment till it's all over.
Oh, no, Ralph. You have to stay here as bait. Will you do it? I knew you would. We've got a very brave man here, Mrs. Cramden.
Officer, are you sure that this is
Of
the
course, it's perfectly all right. We'll be right in there. Now, this is what you do. The minute he comes through that door, you signal us by saying, "Bullets, it's you." Now, remember that. "Bullets, it's you." And we'll come out and grab him. Okay?
Yeah, couldn't you do this downstairs and grab him before he comes up here?
We thought of that, Ralph. But it won't work. It's too dangerous. There may be some gunplay and an innocent bystander might get hurt.
Miss Cramden, you better come in with us where it's safe.
You come with us in here. But before you go, what is it I have to say?
Bullets, it's you.
Bullets, it's you.
Bullets, it's you!
That was a close one.
Come on, Bullets. We're taking you down to the station, and this time you're not getting away. Thank you, Ralph. You're the bravest man I've ever met. You're a real hero, Ralph.
Capturing Bullets right here in your apartment. I'm going upstairs and tell Trixie.
Baba. All right, wait a minute, Alice. Did you get all the papers?
I got 10 copies of every paper they had on the stand.
Boy, they're gonna look great in my scrapbook. Let's see. Cramden nabs Durgan. Hero bus driver captures killer. Cramden risks life to aid police. Native dancer retires after winning $1 million. Wait a minute, what's the idea of getting a racing form? There's nothing in there about me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ralph. I guess the picture of the horse fooled me.
Don't get cute. Don't get cute.
Don't you think it's about time you came down to earth?
What do you mean, come down to earth?
Just what I said, calling up your boss today and saying you wouldn't be in for the rest of the week. Sitting around here, you know, playing it big is not going to put any bread on the table.
Just leave me alone. I don't know what's the matter with you. You've changed. Ever since this thing happened, you've changed. What's the matter? Can't you stand your husband being a hero?
Oh, I can stand it, Ralph, but I'm not too sure that you can. Strutting around here and bragging and patting yourself on the back. Well, I got news for you. All the neighbors are saying that you're swell-headed.
Oh, they are? Well, you know why they're saying I'm swell-headed? Because they're jealous. That's why. They're jealous. I'm somebody and they're not. That's why they're jealous. Did they ever capture a killer? Did they? Did you ever get their picture on the front page of a paper? Were they ever asked to sit in the audience at an Ed Sullivan show? I'm big news, Alice. I'm a hero. A hero. A hero! Do you know what a hero is?
Yeah. It's a fat sandwich that's full of bologna.
Oh. Would I like to belt you just once?
Shut up. I'm going up to Trixie's.
Stay up there. Come in. Oh, some more reporters? How do you do?
Well, no, we're not, Mr. Cramden. My name is Burton J. Weaver. I'm chairman of the Independent Party in this district. And this is my associate, Mr. Morgan.
How do you do? How do you do?
How do you do?
How are you, Mr. Weaver? How are you, Mr. Morgan?
First of all, let me tell you, Mr. Cramden, how proud we are to have a hero like you living right in our district.
Oh, it's really nothing.
Well, I came over here to discuss some important business with you.
Business?
Yes.
What kind?
Well, I'll be frank with you, Mr. Cramden. Our party wants you to run for assembly in this district.
Me? For assembly?
Yes, you see, by capturing Bullets Durgan the way you did, you've shown yourself to be a fearless citizen, the kind of a man we want to represent our party.
Yeah, but the main reason we want you is that you being a hero and getting all this publicity and everything, we know a lot of people will vote for you.
What Mr. Morgan really means is that is one of the reasons. After all, getting votes is important, Mr. Cramden.
Yeah, but suppose I get elected. I don't know anything about
politics. Now, don't let that bother you. We'll be right there to advise you. And after you get into office, we'll tell you exactly what to do. Any bills to be signed or contracts to be given out, why, I'll be right there to help you decide.
Still can't believe me being in the assembly.
Oh, don't think of it as only the assembly. Why, this could be the beginning of a tremendous political career. After the assembly, who knows? Senator, governor, maybe even president.
President? I'm just a bus driver.
Just a bus driver, Mr. Cramden. Why, many of our presidents started in a small way. Why, Abraham Lincoln was a rail splitter. Andrew Jackson was a farmer. And do you know what Chester A. Arthur was?
I didn't even know he was a president.
Yeah. Mr. Cramden's got a great sense of humor. Well, let me tell you something. A sense of humor like that can be an asset in a campaign, Mr. Cramden.
Yeah. Well, I guess with you fellas to advise me.
Oh, don't worry about that. After you get in the office, a boss won't let you make a move by yourself. He'll tell you just what to do, right, boss?
Yes. Well, what Mr. Morgan means is that I will be there to advise you. Well, what do you say, Mr. Cramden? Will you be our candidate for the assembly? Well?
I'll run.
Good. Well, come on, Herb. We better get out of here and start the wheels in motion. Oh, by the way, here's the address of our campaign headquarters. You be down there first thing in the morning, and we'll talk over your campaign.
Yes, sir, Mr. Weaver. Yes, sir. Bye, Mr. Morgan.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Didn't know you had company.
Bye. What would you say if you saw my name on an election ballot?
If it's the Miss Rheingold contest, I'd say somebody goofed.
It doesn't happen to be the Rheingold contest. These two guys that were just in here want me to run for assemblyman of this district.
Hey there, Ralph. Congratulations.
Boy, fate sure is funny. Yesterday, I went to work on nothing. All of a sudden, I recognize the killer, help the police capture him, and I'm a big hero. Got my picture on the front page of every newspaper. Now they want me to run for assembly. And you know, this could only be the beginning. Mr. Weaver said it. He said, who knows, someday you might be senator, then governor. One of these days you might even become president. Imagine me becoming president just because I saw Bullets Durgan on my bus.
What do you know, Ralph? I mean, if instead of getting on your bus, bullets fell to an open manhole, maybe I could get to be president.
I gotta win this election. I gotta prove to Mr. Weaver that I'm faithful, that I'm loyal and worthy of his hopes. Now look, you gotta go out and get everybody you know in this district to vote for me. And you gotta go out and vote yourself.
I'd like to help you, Ralph, but I never vote. You know, it's too much trouble registering and everything, and...
You never vote? You never vote? In 1680, a small band of hardy pilgrims sailed for America on a boat called the Mayfair. It was a long, tough trip. They hardly had anything to eat. And when they landed in America, it was a long winter. And on top of everything, they had to fight Indians. And do you know why they did all this? Just so you could go to the polls and vote.
If they'd have known I wasn't going to vote, they could have saved themselves a trip.
Never mind that. I'm going to win this election, and you're going to vote for me.
Trixie said to send you upstairs. Your supper's ready.
Yeah, okay, Alice. Alice, you can be very proud of your husband.
Yeah, I know. He's a big hero. He captured Bullets Durgan.
No, that ain't what I mean. I mean, there stands a future president
of the United States. What did you have to tell her for? Boy, do you have to shoot your mouth off all the time? There's some big events in a man's life, Norton, that he likes to tell his wife himself. Now, will you please leave?
What a grouch. If you lose this election by 1 vote, you can consider this the reason.
Get out! Big blabbermouth never knows when to keep quiet. I wanted to tell you about this myself.
Well, I don't blame you for being angry, Ralph. When a man's going to run for president, he should tell his wife himself.
Now, look, you don't understand this. Let me explain it to you.
Oh, you don't have to explain anything to me, Ralph. I think it's wonderful. Just imagine me being first lady.
Alice, you're making fun of me.
Oh, I'm not making fun, Ralph, not at all. But you know, this does bring up a few little problems. I mean, if we're going to live in the White House, we're going to have better furniture than this. And oh, then, of course, I'll have to have a gown for the inauguration ball.
I know it. I know it. I know you think I was crazy when I told you about this. I know you don't think I was crazy.
Oh, I don't think you're crazy, Ralph. Not at all. Did I think you were crazy the night that you came home and told me that you were going to manage the heavyweight champion of the world? Did I think you were crazy the time you told me you were going to start a company to manufacture shoe polish that glows in the dark? Did I think you were crazy when you and Norton came in here with shovels and told me you were going out on Long Island and dig up Captain Kidd's treasure? No, why should I think you're crazy when you tell me you're going to run for president?
Because it sounds like it's crazy, that's why. Anyway, this stuff about me running for president is way in the future. Right now, I'm running for assembly.
Oh, now you're getting smart, Ralph. That's very smart. You start at the bottom and work your way up to president.
I know what you think. I know what you are thinking. You're thinking that nobody's stupid enough to let me run for office. Well, you're wrong, kiddo. There is somebody stupid enough. While you were upstairs at Trixie's, 2 guys come in here from the 1st district or something, and they want me to run for assemblyman. And I got the proof right here.
2 men, huh?
Yeah, 2 men.
Which one was holding the net?
There's nobody holding the net. Here's the proof of it. There he is, Mr. Weaver. I got to go to his office in the morning and plan out the campaign.
How? You mean these men were here and they really offered you this assemblyman?
What do you think I'm telling you?
Well, I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. You don't know anything about politics, Ralph. You're just a bus driver.
Just a bus driver? Oh, probably if you don't know, I'll tell you. Abe Lincoln was a rail splitter. Jefferson was a farmer. Arthur A. Arthur Chester was a president. You know, you got to start someplace.
Look, Ralph, I don't understand it at all. In the first place, I don't even understand how they think they're going to get you elected. But once they do get you elected, what do you know about being an assemblyman?
I don't have to know anything at the beginning. They're going to advise me on anything. He told me himself. He said if any bills or contracts come in, he'll tell me exactly what to do. And as far as getting elected, har, har, hardy, har, har. I am a cinch to be elected. Don't forget, I am a hero.
Oh, wait a minute, Ralph. Don't you realize what this is? Of course they're going to get you elected on the basis of the fact that you're a hero. Then once they get you elected, they're going to tell you what bills to vote for and who to give the contracts to. You're just going to be putty in their hands, Ralph. I'm telling you, these guys are crooks, nothing but crooks.
You kill me. You kill me. Anytime anybody offers me a job or a chance to better myself, right away they're crooks. Right away they're crooks. Nobody could offer Ralph Grandin a job just because they had faith in his ability. Oh, no, they gotta be crooks. When the bus company hired me to drive a bus, it's a wonder to me you didn't accuse them of being smugglers. They're just hiring me to take the guns up to 39th Street.
Now, wait a minute, Ralph. Just wait a minute. You think this independent party is so honest? Do you remember a few years ago when they hired that Jack Philbin as treasurer? While he was in office, they discovered a very big shortage in the city treasury.
I happen to be very well aware of the entire case, Miss Smarty. It just so happens that Mr. Philbin knew nothing about the scandal, wasn't even in his office when it happened. He resigned 24 hours before.
Now, you listen to me, Ralph. I'm telling you something. You go through with this election, and you'll just be a stooge for those 2 guys. And you'll wind up just as big a crook as they are, and I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, I'm running.
Hey.
Ralph, I just got a great idea how we can save a lot of money on the campaign expenses.
Yeah, how?
Well, I tell you, you're going to need campaign buttons, right?
Yeah.
And they're pretty expensive, right?
Yeah, well, how am I going to save the money?
Very simple. All we do is collect all the old Dewey buttons we can find and simply erase the mustache.
Get out! Get out! And don't ever come back in an assemblyman. Oh! In an assemblyman's house! He'll kill me before the campaign. Why'd you stop when I said stop?
All this noise, I couldn't hear you.
Let's set up here. It's a good spot. There's a bowling alley down there, and there's a movie theater across the street. What are you laughing at?
With that drum on, Norton looks almost as bad as you do.
Very funny, but I'm not laughing. Now, look, ever since we left the house tonight, you've been making wise remarks. Now, cut it out. I'm warning you.
Listen, Ralph, I didn't want to come down here in the first place. You know how I feel about you running for election with those crooks. So if you're not happy with me, I can just go home.
You're going to stay right where you are. Do you hear me? Right where you are. And stop calling them crooks. They're not crooks. They happen to be a couple of guys that have a little faith in me. That's more than I can say for you. You're going to stay there and act like a wife who's trying to help her husband in an election. And stop complaining. Don't say another word. Keep your mouth shut. Quiet. Don't speak till spoken to. Remember that. No noise. Cut it out, Alice. Cut it out, Alice. Wise guy.
Come on, Ralph. Yeah, let's get set up. There's no telling when the movie will let out.
All right. Will you pick that sign up and put it up straight? This is a perfect spot.
Well, I'm telling you, it's a pretty good idea. You're coming out here and getting closer to people face to face. That's going to get your votes.
That's the only way to get votes. And when that Weaver and Morgan find out that I'm alone on a campaign trying to get votes, then they'll really know they picked the right guy. A real political leader.
Where do you want me and Trixie to stand, Honest Abe?
You're going to get it before we get home tonight, I guarantee you. You stand there, Norton. You two get over there, and I'll stand right here. There, that's good. That's great.
Yeah. Shall I go find a cop to help keep the crowds back?
Oh, you're a riot tonight.
Hey, Ralph, I think there's somebody coming now.
All right, start the drums up. Start the cymbals.
Oh, Ralph, you know what?
Start the cymbals. All right, friends. Hold it, friends. A little closer, please. That's enough. That's enough. Friends, pretty soon it will be time to go to the polls and vote. You will have your choice of either voting for me, Ralph Cramden, a fearless citizen who has captured such ruthless gangsters as Bullets Durgam, or the man who is running against me, that dirty bum, Harvey Porter. If you elect me, I will give you honest government.
Come on, George.
I will lower the taxes. I'll fix the streets. I'll put more parks in the benches. She won't be such a riot after you marry her.
Why can't we go home?
I don't care if you're freezing. If you're freezing, bang the cymbals and warm up.
Oh, Ralph, it's really awful cold. No wonder nobody will stop and listen.
Everybody calm down. Let's start a fire right here in this trash can here. That'll warm us up.
All right, break that peach basket. I got a match. Hold this for a minute, will you? Look out! All right, here it goes.
Light it up.
That's it. That's a good fire.
Warm or no time here.
Sure, bud.
Hey, Ralph. What? Here comes a couple of live ones.
All right.
I'll get this going.
Friends, pretty soon we'll be going to the polls. Give me a cousin. Come on with you! You stupid moron!
Oh, you leave my husband alone, you big fat tub.
Who are you calling a big fat tub, you dope? Oh!
Wait a minute.
Yeah?
Trixie, will you apologize for calling Ralph a big fat tub?
You apologize to Trixie this minute.
All right, I apologize. I lost my head. Hey, here comes another. Quick. Pardon me, friends, pretty soon it'll be time to go to the polls and vote. You will have your choice of either voting for me, Ralph Cramden, a fearless citizen who has captured such ruthless gangsters as Bullets Durgan, or a man who's running against me, that dirty bum, Harvey Porter.
Hey, wait a minute. I happen to be for Harvey Porter. He's been in office for 4 years, and he's done a lot of good for this district.
He has? Tell me one thing that he's done for the district.
All right. He's built 3 new schools.
He's built 3 new schools. Big deal. How do you think he bought those 3 new schools? How do you think he built them? Where do you think he got the money? From your taxes, that's why. That's how he built the schools.
He did, huh?
Yeah, he did.
I'd like you to tell me how you think you are going to build schools without taxes.
I'll tell you how I'm going to build them without taxes. When I'm elected... Why should I tell you how I'm going to build schools? You'll just run down and tell that bum Harvey how I'm going to do it. Boy, that was a close one. I didn't know they were going to ask me any questions.
What are you going to do, Ralph, if it happens again?
Look, I got an idea. If anybody asks me a question that I don't know the answer to, I'll give you a signal like this, see? Then you start pounding the drum and you start going with the cymbals. Now remember,
What good'll that do?
just do what I ask you.
Okay, Ralph, but if you're elected when you get to Albany, you're going to take the drum and cymbals with you?
There's somebody coming now.
All right. How do you do? How do you do? Pardon me.
Yes?
May I ask you a question?
Oh, sure.
Who are you going to vote for in this coming election? This bum, Harvey Porter? Or are you going to vote for me, Ralph Cramden?
I'm going to vote for Harvey Porter.
Harvey Porter?
Yeah.
Why not for me? Why for Harvey Porter?
I'll tell you why. Because he knows what he's doing. What do you know about being an assemblyman?
What do I know about being an assemblyman?
Yeah.
What do I know about being an assemblyman? What do I know about being an assemblyman?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what I know about being an assemblyman.
Right?
And that's what I know about being an assemblyman. Now, have you got any other questions?
Yeah, just one. When did you 4 nuts escape?
Why don't you tell him about collecting garbage in the daytime?
Why don't you shut up? Now, look, take your bass drum down in front of the bowling alley, and if anybody comes out, lead them up here.
Okay, Robert.
until I capture a couple of quick votes.
Well, be careful they don't capture you first.
Never mind. Hey, here come a couple of guys now.
Yeah?
Yes, start with the cymbals.
You hit him.
Start with the cymbals.
You hit him yourself.
All right, I'll hit these now, but I'll hit you later. Stand in for assemblyman. Stand in for assemblyman.
How do you do? Who are you going to boo?
Hiya, Mr. Weaver. Hiya, Mr. Morgan. How do you do? I'm out here trying to get a couple of votes.
Now, never mind that talk. Just what do you think you're doing, Cramden?
I'm trying to get a couple of votes on my own.
Oh, we heard about that. We've been searching all over the neighborhood for you. Now, don't you ever do a thing like this again. I'm warning you.
But I was only trying to do, get some votes.
You were trying to get... You go shooting your stupid mouth off like this? Everybody's liable to know what a complete idiot you really are. Now, don't you ever do anything or say anything until I tell you to.
Who are you calling an idiot?
Come on, go ahead, Ralph. Tell him you're pulling out of the election.
He's not pulling out of nothing.
Now, wait a minute.
Look, Cramden, you're going to be in that election or else. We need you in that assembly. We've never been able to get anybody that could get any votes. But you're a hero. You can do it for us.
But
you're going to. Now, there's going to be a big mass meeting down at the high school tomorrow night. Now, you be there. Oh, and here's your speech. Now, read it exactly as it's written. Don't change a word of it. Read it.
But you heard him.
Come on, Herb.
Well, Ralph, there go your honest friends that are running you because you're such a fearless citizen.
What am I going to do, Alice?
There's only one thing you can do, Ralph. You got to quit the election.
I can't quit. Everybody in the neighborhood knows I'm running for assemblyman. Besides, once I get in the assembly, they won't be able to tell me anything. I'll tell them what to do.
Ralph, you don't stand a chance against them.
What am I going to do? What happened to you?
I don't know. I just ran into Mr. Weaver and Mr. Morgan down the street.
May I have your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. First of all, let me tell you how glad I am to see such a great turnout in the district tonight. But I know you didn't come here to listen to me. I know you're all anxious to meet your independent candidate for assembly. And ladies and gentlemen, here he is, that fearless capturer of that vicious killer, Bullet-Sturgeon, Ralph Cramden. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the wife of our candidate, Mrs. Alice Cramden. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your next assemblyman from this district, Ralph Cramden.
Friends and fellow voters of this district, I am proud that I have been picked for this great responsibility. I promise that I will not fail you. You only know me as a man who has captured Bullet-Sturgeon. But I can tell you this. If I am elected to the assembly, I will be just as fearless giving you clean, honest government that you want. It is for that reason
and that reason only, that I have accepted this sacred trust. Remember, the Independent Party is a party of the people, and I, as their representative, pledge myself to working for all the people and just not a chosen few.
Well, go on with the speech. Huh? Go on with the speech. The speech, go on.
Get off the stage.
What?
Get off that stage!
What I could...
Get off! You two! Wait a minute, everybody. Wait a second. This speech I'm making, it's a pack of lies. I don't know nothing about being an assemblyman. I'm just a bus driver. Never been in politics in my life. These guys come along, and because the paper said I was a hero, they wanted me to run for assembly. They thought they could use a stoop like me to get some votes. Well, they used me, but they're not going to get any votes. You know, election time in America is a pretty important thing. You just can't pick any guy. You got to pick someone that knows politics, that's been in office. Some guy that really wants to do the public some good. Now, this other guy, this Harvey Porter, he's a nice guy. He's been an assemblyman for 4 years. He knows what he's doing. I wouldn't know what I was doing if I got into the assembly. So don't forget, if you go to elect anybody, elect Harvey Porter. He's a nice guy and a good, clean man to have as an assemblyman. I'm going back to driving a bus.
Now you really are a hero.
Baby, you're the greatest.
Hiya, Ralph. Say, where's your pal tonight?
Oh, Norton, he'll be along in a minute. He stopped up the street to get an apple. I came down to get a table.
You can have this one.
All right.
All right, I'm coming.
Red sails in the sunset.
Ding dong, the witch's dead.
All right. Come on, let's get going. Let's shoot. Oh, pretzel? I don't want any pretzels. I'm on a diet. Besides, when we finish playing, we can stop off and get a pizza.
I gotta admire your willpower.
Thank you. Now, shall we toss for the break? You
All right.
call.
Toss them up. Heads.
Tails. I break.
Hey, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
How do I know it's tails?
Because I said so, that's why.
Ralph, I didn't even see the kern.
Are you saying that I'm not honest? Here. Tails, you satisfied?
Tails, you break. Sorry, I could have known that I could trust you.
All right, forget about it.
You're my best friend. I know you wouldn't cheat me.
I said forget about it.
I can't forget about it. To think that I would think that you would do a thing like that to me.
Go ahead and break.
Why should I break?
Go ahead and break! Come on, will you?
That's the way I played it. Other side.
Very good. Put it up in a spot. here is where we separate the men from the boys. I will now bank the 2-ball in the side.
Porter says you don't make it.
Put your money where your mouth is. Would you mind giving me a little room? You'd stop chomping on the apple. I'm trying to shoot. Look, get over here, be quiet. No murmurs, don't move a muscle, don't breathe. I don't breathe, I'll die. That's all right, as long as you don't make any noise when you hit the floor. Quiet in there, I'm making one of these shots. Nobody's coming, I'm ready.
Tough luck, Ralph.
Oh, that's all right. I didn't expect to make the shot anyway. Of course, I didn't think the phone would ring. I thought maybe the ceiling would fall down or a flying saucer would come in. Your kind of luck, I don't expect to make shots like that.
Well, that's what happens when you shoot pool against the Sagittarius because you're a Capricorn.
Oh, shut up and go.
It's for you, Norton. Your wife.
My wife?
What are you doing?
Just looking to see where every ball is.
Go in there. Red sails in the sunset, far out on the sea. Red sails. Well, come on, shoot.
Can't play anymore, gotta go home.
Well, what's the matter? Something wrong with Trixie?
No, our old lady's visiting us, and Trixie wants me home.
Well, you're not going, are you?
Of course I'm going. Trixie said.
Trixie said. Trixie said. This is your night out. You're entitled to a night of fun, aren't you? Trixie said. Suppose her old lady's over the house. That's no reason you have to go running over.
Well,
this is the 4th time in 2 months that Trixie has done this to you.
I guess you're right. Well, this is the last time it ever happened.
Wait a minute. This won't be the last time if you go over now. It'll happen again and again and again. Now's the time that you got to put your foot down.
Think so, Ralph?
Do I think so? I know so. Look, how many nights do we have out of week? Trixie's very unreasonable about this. Look, besides bowling night, lodge night, and poker night, the only night out we have is pool night. And she wants to take that night away from you.
Well, I got to go along with you on that.
Sure you got to go along with me. And do you know why? Because I'm 100% right. You know, Alice tries to pull this on me. I remember one time I was down at Sons of Italy Hall. They were running one of those smokers down there, you know.
Yeah.
And they're just about to bring out the big cake when the phone rings. And I got to go in and answer the phone, and it's Alice. She says, I think there's a mouse in the bedroom. Come home right away. Did I go home? N-O. I stayed for the whole smoker and went home when I felt like it. I showed her who the boss is.
What happened when you did get home?
Never mind me. We're discussing your problem. Now, take off your coat and let's shoot the game.
Yeah, but wait a minute, Ralph. What's going to happen to me when I get home?
I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. When you get home, Trixie will be standing there glaring at you.
Yeah, and I'll be ducking.
No, you won't. You just stare right in her, kiss her, and say, make me some iced coffee.
Then I'd start ducking.
You don't have to duck because nobody's going to be throwing anything.
And I must have walked into the wrong apartment.
You don't understand. After you walk in, she'll give you this routine. Like, here I am hanging over a hot stove day and night, mending your socks, washing the floors, washing the windows, making the beds. And when you come home for supper, you eat it, run out for your own enjoyment, and leave me alone staring at the 4 walls.
I'm a beast.
But this is where you get your zingers in. You say to her, now, just a minute. Just a minute. Do you think working in a sewer is any bed of roses? Do you think my life is a clam bake? When I come home, I'm tired. I need a little relaxation. Not orders. Do this, do that, do this. I don't want any orders. A man's home is his castle. And in that home, he's a king. I'm king of the castle, and you're nothing. I'm king of the castle, and you're nothing.
Ralph, them words should be recorded and played at every wedding instead of Here Comes the Bride.
Hey, all right, let's go on with the game. Who shot it? I don't know. We'll toss again to see who shoots.
Wait a minute. I'll toss this time. Cry. Heads. What do you know? It's heads. Your break.
Soul of all times.
What's the matter? It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I know it, Alice, and I hate to bother you, but I won't stay upstairs another minute with Ed. I think he's gone crazy.
Well, what happened?
Oh, we just had a terrible fight. Ed's been ranting and raving upstairs for 2 hours. Well, I've never seen him this bad.
Well, what started it?
Well, you know, my mother came over tonight, so I called Ed at the pool room and I told him to come home. He said he would, but he didn't. My mother waited till 11 and finally went home. Well, I went to bed. I don't know how much later Ed came home, but the next thing I know, he wakes me up and starts screaming his head off. He wants an iced coffee.
An iced coffee?
That's what he said. He wanted an iced coffee. And then he starts ranting and raving around, and I just didn't know what to do. And then he starts saying that the sewer is no clam bake, and he's king of some castle, and I'm nobody. Well, Alice, I just couldn't take that. So we had a fight, and it was just awful.
Oh, Trixie, I'm sorry.
Alice, I hate to ask, but can I spend the rest of the night down here?
Certainly, Trixie. I'll wake Ralph.
Oh.
Ralph! Ralph! Wake up! Now, don't you worry about a thing, Trixie. It'll be all cooled down by morning, and it'll all be over with.
I don't know, Alice.
Boy, I don't know how I'm going to drive a bus today. I'm dead. Make me some coffee, will you, Alice? Hiya, Trix.
Ralph, it's not time to go to work yet. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock? I can sleep a little longer. 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock in the morning? What did you wake me up at this time for?
Because, Ralph, Ed and Trixie just had a terrible fight.
What do you want me to do? Take on the winner?
Sorry, Ralph. I hope I didn't disturb your sleep.
Oh, you didn't disturb my sleep. I always get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to work. That's so I'll get a seat on the subway.
Trixie, why don't you just go on in and go to bed?
Oh, thanks, Alice.
Now, what does she think she's going to do in there?
I've been trying to tell you, Ralph. Ed came home tonight and they had a terrible fight, and she doesn't want to stay upstairs with him.
She's going upstairs with her husband.
Will you be quiet, Ralph? She'll hear you.
She's going upstairs!
But, Ralph!
Don't but Rothman. I know what the argument was about. I know what it was about. I was at the pool room with Norton when she called up and told him to come home. She always does it. Every time he has a night out, she calls up and says, come home, come home, come home. And the excuses she gives. She calls up one night when we're out. She says, I think I smell something burning. He runs all the way home. It was nothing. Another time she called up, she says, I think somebody's trying to break in. He runs all the way home. It was nothing again. Every time she calls up, it's nothing.
Well, I happen to know when she called him tonight it wasn't for nothing. Her mother was really there.
Can you think of a better reason for him not to come home?
Now, listen, Ralph. I don't care who's right or who's wrong in this, but Trixie's my friend, and she's staying here tonight.
What's the matter with you? What are you running here, a Bowery mission or something? If she stays in there, where am I going to sleep?
Well, I thought just for the night you could take the cot out of the bedroom and set it up here in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sure, that's it. I forgot about the cot. We could put the cot here, and I can go right to sleep on it here in the kitchen. For a while there, I thought I might have to sleep on the floor, or on a table, or in the sink. Maybe curl up out in the fire escape. But as long as we have the cot, there's nothing to worry about. I'm not gonna do it!
Ralph, it's only for the night.
Only for the night, only for the night. That's the thing you say all the time. Whenever your mother comes over here, I have to sleep in the kitchen. Whenever your Aunt Ethel comes over, I have to sleep in the kitchen. It's a good thing we haven't got a cat, because the cat would have to sleep in the kitchen, and I'd have to sleep in a box out in the hall.
Well, I'm not sending Trixie upstairs. She's staying the night here.
What are
She's
we
a
on?
guest in this house.
She's a guest? Well,
Yes.
I just made the kitchen a guest room, then.
She's not sleeping out here, Ralph.
Now, look. Wait a minute. What are we arguing about? Norton's upstairs all alone. I'll go up there and sleep with him.
Now, don't go upstairs with Norton. He's in some kind of a crazy mood. Now, knowing you, you'd only steam him up all the worse. Leave him alone for tonight, and by morning, everything will be all right.
What's going on here at 3 o'clock in the morning? Do you realize it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you're giving me orders? I can't go in the bedroom because Trixie's going to sleep in there. I can't go upstairs because Norton's up there, and you don't want me to steam him up? What's going on with these orders? I don't like orders, Alice. I don't like them. A man's home is his castle. And in his castle, he's king. I'm king of the castle, and you're nothing. I'm king of the castle, and you're nothing.
What did you say?
I said I'm king of the castle, and you're nothing.
Wait a minute, Ralph. Those are the exact same words that Ed used to Trixie that started the whole fight. Ralph? Did you put Ed up to this thing?
I did not put Ed up to this. If I did, made a ceiling fall in on me.
Well, I don't know. This whole thing sounds pretty fishy to me.
Look, let's forget about it. Go ahead. You go in there and sleep with Trixie, and I'll sleep out here in the kitchen.
But you just
Never mind what I just said. Now, the blankets are in the top drawer. I'll go in and get the cot. Trixie, close your eyes. I'm coming in. Never mind. Just put the blankets on the table. I'll make up the bed myself. You go in and sleep.
All right, good night, Ralph.
Good night.
Ralph, I heard Alice go in the bedroom. I was standing out there in the hall. I want to talk to you alone.
Yeah, sure. What happened to your nose?
Oh, you know that part where I say I'm the king? Trixie crowned me.
I don't understand it. I don't know what could have gone wrong. I gave you the whole routine what to say.
Look, don't blame me. I knew my lines. It's just that Trixie didn't know her part.
I don't know what could have gone wrong. When did it start to go wrong?
I think it started to go wrong in the pool room when I was putting on my coat and you said, wait a minute.
Well, you just didn't do it right, that's all. All I know is when Alice starts up with me, I give her that king of the castle routine, and you're a nobody, and she shuts right up. I'm king.
So how come the king is sleeping in the kitchen and the two nobodies have got the bedroom?
Never mind about that. Just go ahead upstairs and go to sleep, and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
In the morning, she'll be cooled off.
Want me to give you a hand with that?
All right. Pull it out.
Wait a minute. What's this bar here?
Huh? Oh, that's the lock. Pull that up. Those dames have got me nuts. I haven't even opened the thing.
Get a hold of the thing so it don't move.
Go
You
ahead.
ready?
I'm ready. Look at what that idiot did to my finger.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? What are you doing here?
I happen to be a guest of Alice's.
Well, I got more right being here than you because I'm a guest of Ralph's, and Ralph is king of this castle, and Alice is nobody. Right, Ralph?
Will you shut up?
That's what you told me.
Will you shut up?
Oh, you did put Ed up to this.
Now's a good time to ask her for the iced coffee.
Will you shut up?
Well?
All right, all right. All right. So I did. I did tell him what to say. So what? It's all your fault anyway. Every time he has a night out, you got to call him up and tell him to come home. 4 times in 2 months you did it. What's the matter? Can't you stand seeing him have a little fun?
Don't talk to me like that, Ralph.
I'll
Brandon.
talk to you any way I want.
Just a minute, Ralph. You can't talk to Trixie like that.
And you stay out of this altogether because you're in more trouble than she is. I don't mind you running a club here for neglected wives, but don't hold any meetings at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I don't want to get you into this, Alice. I'll go stay at my mother's.
Nothing doing, Trixie. This is my house, too, and you're staying here.
She's going.
She's staying.
She's going.
She's going over my dead body.
Don't tempt me.
Ralph, if she goes, I go, too.
Well, good luck to both of you.
All right, Ralph. All right, if that's the way you want it. You boys want your nights out so much? Well, you can have every night out, and you can have every day out, too. I'm going to go up to Trixie's, and I'm going to stay there for a while, and you can just see how you like it. Yeah, see how you like it. Come on, Trixie.
Oh, and I like the back one. Go ahead. Stay up there, you nobodies. Well, Martin, how do you like the way I handle that?
You're a regular John J. Anthony.
You can say that again. Boy, wait till they're without us for a couple of nights. They'll come down here crawling on their hands and knees for us to go back upstairs.
And will we take them back?
Only if they've learned their lesson. Now, let's get a little sleep. You know what kills me? They think we haven't got a brain in our head. Well, they'll find out. They'll find out.
They certainly will.
The funny part about it is that they think that we can't get along without them. Wait till they find out how wrong they are. Har, har, hardy, har, har.
We're doing all right so far.
We haven't missed them that much.
Not that much.
I just thought of something. What? If the girls are upstairs, there's no one in the bedroom. There's a large bed in there. Why should the both of us sleep on this cot?
Good thinking, Ralph. I'll sleep in a big bed. Good night. And to think it took the Collier brothers 20 years to achieve this effect. What's for dinner?
Frank put us in beans.
Franks and beans?
Yes, Franks and beans. What's the matter with it?
Look, we've been separated from the girls about a week now. We haven't had a decent meal since. I'm losing my strength. I tell you, I gotta have a decent meal. This afternoon the sewer, I was so weak I had to wear an inner tube to keep from drowning.
You knock off and stop beefing. Do you think this is anything for me? I'd like a decent meal, too. This stuff is wearing me down.
Yeah, I can see you're wasting away to a blimp.
What do you want me to do? Stay home tomorrow, make you a big roast or something?
Look, I know how we can get some food. Anything we want. All we gotta do is walk upstairs and apologize to the girls.
We'll do nothing of the kind. We're not apologizing. This is total war. We get an unconditional surrender or else. Now, look, stop belly aching. We got to clean this place up a little bit. Now, when they come down here, I want everything to be spotless. I want to prove to them that we can do our work and our job and their job just as well. I want to show them what a cinch they got. Now, we'll start with these dishes. Do you want to wash or dry?
Yeah, I'll wash. I might as well. I got my hands in water all day anyway.
Wait a minute. I'll wash.
Yeah, I told you I'd wash.
Right. Wait till I see that manicotti tomorrow. This thing's gone now. Look, wait a minute. Go inside in the bedroom. And in the bedroom closet, there's a mop. Bring it out. This place needs a little cleaning up.
A little cleaning up? That's the biggest understatement that's been made since Mario Lanza said they'll never know it's a record.
Get them up.
R-A-G-T, M-O-P, M-O-P-P. Oh, right, Mom. Right, Mom. Right, Mom.
Hold it. Can't you do anything without making a racket and a noise?
Look, if we gotta work, we might as well enjoy ourselves. Sing it up a little bit.
Maybe you're right. Alice always sings when she's working. Maybe it makes it a little easier.
That's the spirit, Ralph. M-O-P-P. M-O-P. I-C-T-T. Oh, Ragnot. R-A-G-G-M-O-P-P. Ragnot.
Oh, Ragnot. R-A-G-G-M-O-P-P. Stand it up. R-A-G-G-M-O-P-P. Ragnot. Oh, I love you, Nellie, dear. You're mine, oh, mine. Oh, I love you, Nellie, dear. You're mine, oh, mine. Oh, you're mine, mine, oh, mine. Oh, you're mine. Could happen to anyone. I know, but whenever I'm with you, it always happens to me. Now, get over there with that mop and get away from me.
Yes, sir.
All right. I knew if we were together long enough, it would have to happen. Now I'm going to kill you. Put him up and let's go.
No.
Put him up, I said.
Why not? You're going to hurt me.
Put him up.
No.
Come out of there, Norton.
I will not. You're going to hurt me.
Come out of there, Norton.
No, I won't.
I'm not going to hurt you, Norton. Just come out, please.
Promise? You promise?
I promise I'm not going to hurt you, Norton. Just come out.
All right.
Come on, pal.
Ralph? Oh, Ralph. Where are you, Ralph? I'm not going to touch you, Norton. Not going to lay a hand on you. If I laid a hand on you, I'd kill you. And if I killed you, they'd take me off to jail, and there'd be a big court trial. And at the trial, they would ask me what happened here tonight, and before I'd answer that question, I'd drop dead. You're a sweet kid, Ralph. Now I know why all the world loves the fat man. Get on with your work. Listen, Mark, we got to do something to get those girls down here and apologize. Hey, wait a minute. What? I got it. This is perfect. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. Look, what aggravates a woman more than anything else in the world? When she thinks that her husband can have a good time without her. If they think that we're enjoying ourselves down here, they'll go nuts. They'll be down here in a minute to apologize. Yeah. All we have to do is make out that we're having a big party down here, that's all. It's a good idea, Ralph. Now, look. Start yelling and screaming like we're having a riot down here. Okay. I love you, Nellie, dear. Okay, everybody, eat the sandwiches. Sweet Adeline, for
boy, what a party this is, eh, Norton?
You think the girls can hear us, Ralph? Huh? Can they hear us, you think?
Oh, sure. Everybody's having fun. Run down to Grogan's in the hall and see if he's got any noisemakers.
Noisemakers.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot more fun without the wives, ain't it? Come on, Sullivan, help yourself to some pretzels. I don't know. Look, you go down the hall? Yes, sure. Bring up some pizzas with you. Huh? Who wants to play a little poker? Sure, what do I care? My wife ain't around. Riley, you're a riot with that lampshade on your head. Come to me, my melon golly, baby. Cuddle up and don't be blue. Boy, I wish they'd get here with them pizzas I ordered. What's that, Sullivan? You want another beer? Sure thing, pal. Coming right up. Eat up, everybody. There's more for everybody.
Sullivan didn't get his beer yet.
Oh, pardon me. Ah! What are you doing down here?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ralph. I didn't mean to barge in on your party.
Doesn't make any difference. Most of them are gone home anyway. So long, Riley. So long, Sullivan.
Nice party, Ralph?
Yeah, it was all right.
Who was
Now,
the
look.
guest of honor, Ralph? Ma and Pa Kettle?
Very funny. Now, what did you come down here for, to apologize?
No, not to apologize. If anybody's going to apologize, it's got to be you boys. You started this thing.
We started.
Yes, I just came down to get my carving knife. Trixie made us a turkey. We're so tired of steaks and chops. Oh, franks and beans. That smells good. Boy, Ralph, you sure do know how to prepare a meal.
Are you going to apologize?
Will you stop acting so silly and give Sullivan his beer?
Oh, boy, are you going to get yours. Just once. Bam! Will you stop that? What's the matter?
I would have given anything to have been there.
No, Ralph was a riot, Trixie.
You mean he was actually pretending they were having a party?
I'm telling you, it's a shame you had to miss it. There he was, standing at the window, yelling and singing at the top of his lungs. So I snuck up behind him. I said, Sullivan didn't get his beer yet.
What was Ed doing?
He wasn't there. But maybe he was. I remember I didn't see Sullivan either. Boy, you should see the mess that place is in. I bet they haven't had a decent meal since we left.
No?
No.
Well, Alice, do you think maybe that they've suffered enough and maybe we ought to take them back?
Listen, Trixie, I'm willing, but only on our terms. This time they've got to apologize to us. And maybe that'll teach them not to try this again in such a hurry.
Yeah, but do you think they will? After all, Alice, it's been a week and they haven't given in yet.
Don't you worry, Trixie. They will, as soon as Ralph has used up his bag of tricks.
Oh.
Now, he's tried his Lord and Master routine. That's where he says, I'm king of the castle and you're nobody. And he's tried, I can get along without you, but that didn't work very well. Now, by giving this party, they thought they'd prove to us that they could have a lot of fun without us girls. Well, I think now that leaves him just about 2 or 3 more.
There's more?
Oh, sure. He hasn't threatened to cut off my household allowance yet. Then he's always got his sympathy routine.
What's that?
Oh, that's where he plays on my sympathy by pretending to be sick. Oh, he moans and groans and carries on something awful. It's just terrible. Then I'm supposed to rush in, nurse him back to health, and forget that I was mad.
Boy, he's a pip.
He's got another one, too. That's where he says if I don't do exactly as he says, he's walking out of my life forever.
That sounds serious.
It is. So far, he's walked out of my life forever 17 times.
I wonder which one he'll try next.
I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Trix, can I have another piece of white meat?
Oh, sure.
And you've got to give me the recipe for this dressing, because this is sensational.
Thanks, Alice. Listen, I'll write it out for you later.
All right.
Oh.
Now we know. The sympathy routine.
I wouldn't be too sure till we check the zoo to see if anything escaped. Oh, I gotta hand it to you, Alice. You know him like a book.
From cover to cover. You want to know what happens next?
Yeah.
Trix? If I don't pay any attention to this, the pain gets worse. It starts coming in short gasps like this.
Oh!
Now the pain gets so excruciating he can't stand and he goes, Did I tell you? routine a bit. Year to year is the same thing. You know, if we don't hear now, he's going to think that we are not paying any attention. We didn't hear him? About 30 seconds, there ought to be a knock on the door.
Well, you've been right so far.
Can I have some cranberry Trix, please?
Oh, sure. Okay. Alice, I think you may be wrong this time because it's already been about 20.
Where Ralph is concerned, Trix, I'm never wrong. If you're looking for the elephant's graveyard, it's 2 blocks down.
Pardon me, ladies. This man is in desperate need of medical attention. He's in great pain. Alice, don't you even want to know why he's going...
Oh, sure, Ed. What's wrong?
Well, it's his head. Stomach. It's my head. Stomach. Will you shut up? I know what's wrong with me. It's my stomach.
Your stomach? My, that is a big problem.
You're making fun, Alice. You're making fun of a sick man. I'm in pain.
Well, I guess you had too much pizza and beer, Ralph, at your party downstairs. Not until you apologize.
What do you mean, not until we apologize? This is all your fault. Now, don't be so stubborn. Come on, apologize. We'll forgive them, won't we, Norton?
Only if they've learned their lesson.
Well, do you apologize?
We are not apologizing, Ralph.
You're not apologizing, huh?
Nope.
Look out. You're not apologizing, huh? Do you know what I'm going to do to you, Alice? Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
You're going to cut off my household allowance.
I'm going to cut off your house. All right. All right. This time you've gone a little too far. Do you hear me, Alice? You've gone too far. All right. All right. I'm going to walk out of that door. And when I walk out of the door, it's going to be forever. Do you hear me, Alice? When I walk out, it's forever. You understand that? It's forever.
I heard you.
Forever. All right, Norton, come on. We'll leave it forever. I don't want to leave forever.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's forever, Alice. Come on, apologize.
I'm not apologizing, Ralph. And I want you to get something straight once and for all. We have nothing to apologize about. If you boys want to keep this thing up, you go right ahead because we're ready to. Look what we got. Turkey, steaks, chops, everything. How have you two been living? If you're willing to apologize, Ralph, then we're willing to take you back.
What do you say, Norton?
I apologize.
I apologize.
Well, we forgive you.
Look out.
I went with Mrs. Manicotti up to Macy's to do some shopping. Then this afternoon, we wound up going to the Robert Q. Lewis television show.
Gee, where'd you get the ticket?
Well, while we were in Macy's, I ran into Ray Block. You know, he conducts the orchestra on that show.
Uh-huh.
So he was asking me about Ed and everything, and then he gave me the tickets.
You mean Ed knows Ray Block?
Didn't I ever tell you?
No.
Before Ray became a band leader, he used to work in the sewer with Ed.
To look at Ray Block now. To see him now, you'd never think he once worked in a sewer. I bet now that he's a big star, he tries to keep it a secret.
Believe me, Alice, once you work in the sewer, it's impossible to keep it a secret.
Hey, Trix, I want you to taste something. See if I got enough salt in it.
Thing.
Here.
Tastes swell, but what is it?
Fish chowder.
But Ralph didn't like fish.
Oh, he doesn't. But my brother Frank is coming for dinner, and he's just crazy about the way that I make it. So I always have it for him. Yeah. I got a chop for Ralph.
Your brother Frank? Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that the one Ralph doesn't get along with?
Doesn't get along with is putting it mildly. They hate each other.
Alice, whatever happened to start the row between these two?
Well, Trixie, it started a long time ago, even before Ralph and I were married.
Oh?
They were both working on the WPA then. They were doing some kind of repairing a highway job upstate. And they used to work as a team in those days. Ralph was on the wheelbarrow and Frank was on the shovel. And everything went along just fine, you know, until an opening came up for a whistle and flag man, and they both wanted the job.
Wait a minute, what's a whistle and flag man?
You know, he stands in front of the gang, and when a car's coming, he blows the whistle and waves the flag.
Yeah.
Well, Frank got the job. And then Ralph found out later that Frank had bribed the foreman $10 to give it to him.
I can see why Ralph would get a little sore.
Well, that's only half of it. You see, Frank borrowed the $10 from Ralph. Well, that started it. Ever since then, Ralph's been trying to take advantage of Frank. Frank's been trying to take advantage of Ralph. And, boy, it's been going on like this for years.
Oh, Alice, I sure don't envy you with the two of them here together.
Well, what am I going to do, Trix? After all, he's my brother, and when he calls and says he wants to see me tonight, you know. Anyhow, they haven't seen each other in over a year, so maybe the whole thing's blown over by now.
Well, I certainly hope so, for your sake.
Yeah.
Let's play there, girls. Hi, Alice.
Oh, hi, Ed.
Hey, Trixie.
Huh?
What are all them potted plants doing in the bathtub?
Oh, well, this morning, Mrs. Manicotti gave me some extra ivy she had. I couldn't find any place else to put them.
What am I supposed to do, take them out every time I want to take a bath?
Will it hurt you once a month?
That's very funny, Trixie. Yes, sirree. That's a good joke. I like a girl with a sense of humor. Hey! Maybe you'd get bigger laughs, though, if you look funny, too, like if you had a big lump on the side of your head. Now go upstairs and fix my supper.
Sheesh, what a grouch. I'll see you later, Ralph.
Okay, Trix.
Good. Hey, Ralph home yet?
No, not yet, Ed.
Well, mind if I wait?
No, not at all. You can wait. But will you excuse me? I got to go in and change my clothes. We're expecting company.
All righty.
You, left the icebox door open.
Oh, thanks, Ralph. Dum, dum, dum.
Would you mind telling me what you're doing in my icebox?
I'm sorry, I can't help it, Ralph. I mean, it's not like I'm a common thief. I'm a sick man. I'm a kleptomaniac.
Look, if you want to eat the turkey, go ahead and eat it. It's all I've had to eat since Thanksgiving. I'm sick and tired of it. I'll be glad when it's gone.
Thank you very much, Ralph.
Hey, where's Alice?
She's in the bedroom. She's getting dressed. You're having company.
Company? Wonder who's coming. He's not coming, Alice! He's not coming, Alice! He's not stepping a foot into this house!
How did you know Frank was coming?
Ha-ha! So you did invite him. How dare you?
Oh, Ralph, how can you stay mad this long at Frank over something as silly as that WPA thing?
As silly as the WPA thing. If it wasn't for him, I would have got that flag and whistle job and had it real soft. But no, I got the job of pushing that heavy wheelbarrow. That was hard work, Alice, hard work. Of course, you didn't know what hard work was then. All you had to do was hand out the shovels.
Ralph, that was 20 years ago.
I don't care how long ago it was. I never forget. I'm just like an elephant. Don't say it, Alice.
Ralph, you got any cranberry sauce?
Yes, I got. There's a lot of other reasons I don't like your brother Frank, besides the WPA. He's always coming in here, grubbing free meals, borrowing money. Let's face it, Alice. Let's face it. If your brother got a job, he wouldn't have to scrounge around like he does. He's nothing but a moocher, a chiseler, and a bum.
What did you say, Ralph?
I said your brother is a bum.
Don't you dare say that, Ralph. My brother is just as good as anybody in your family.
He's still a bum. Now, he's not getting in here tonight.
Now, listen, Ralph. My brother doesn't ask to come and see me that often, and when he does, I'm not refusing him.
Look, I don't care how many times you see your brother or how many times he sees you, but don't bring him here. Why don't you go see him where he lives? Or are you afraid to go into the park at night?
You know perfectly well that Frank doesn't live in the park.
Oh, that's right. He moved to Montague Street so he could be closer to the unemployment office.
Ralph, you got any bread?
Yes, I got bread. What are you bothering me for? Now, look. I'm putting my foot down. Your brother is not coming into my house.
Your house? Where do you get off with this my house stuff? This place is just as much mine as it is yours.
Are you out of your mind or something? Who do you think pays the rent here? I do, besides providing a few other little things. Where would you be if I took my table? I took my icebox. I took my stove. What did you have then?
I don't know, but it sounds like an improvement.
Are you trying to say that you think you might have done better?
I didn't say that, Ralph, but all I know is that my sisters don't live the way we do. Agnes has got a perfectly beautiful apartment done in modern. And Grace's place is just beautiful, and it's done in early American. And Helen's place is done in French provincial. What period is this place done in, Ralph? Early Depression? Do you want to know what all the neighbors call me, Ralph? The Betty Furness of the Stone Age.
Maybe your sisters have got better apartments than we have. But I happen to know that I've got more expenses than their husbands. I got more expenses than all of them put together.
That's right, Ralph. They get their suits at Bonds. They don't have to go to the fat man shop.
Get out of there. What are you laughing at?
I couldn't help him. I'm fat man. No, that's good.
Get out of here. Get out.
I had to leave anyway. It's time for my supper.
Get out of here. You might as well stop stirring that now. I'm telling you, your brother Frank isn't coming over here to eat it.
Oh, don't worry, Ralph. He'll eat it. He's coming.
Yeah? Well, if he eats it, he'll have to lick it off the sidewalk because I'm throwing it out the window.
You pull that out the window, Ralph, and you're going right out the window after it.
Yeah? Well, who's big enough around here to throw me out the window?
I am.
You and what troop of Boy Scouts?
Me and no troop of Boy Scouts.
Ha, ha, hardy, ha, ha. I want to tell you something, Alice. I want to tell you something. Let's get this straight. Around here, I want some respect. When I give an order, it goes. Because I'm running this whole thing. Me. I'm the boss. You're nothing. The boss. B-O-S-S, boss. I'm the boss. You're nothing. I'm the boss. You're nothing.
Big deal. You're the boss over nothing. More coffee, Frank?
Yeah, thanks, sis. Don't mind if I do.
All right.
Boy, sis, you're a great cook. No wonder Ralph's so fat. Hey, Ralph, you haven't touched your pie.
I'm not hungry.
Well, I hate to see anything go to waste.
I just got hungry.
I'm sorry we don't have any more pie, Frank.
That's okay, sis. That's okay. Boy, this is really great. I forgot what a sensational cook you are. You know, this is the first time in a year I've been here for one of your meals.
You act like you haven't eaten since.
Here's your coffee, Frank.
Ah, thanks. Yeah, whole year. Gee whiz, how do you like that? A whole year since I've been here, and I love those meals so much. What a thing to do.
Will you stop making that racket?
Ralph.
Sorry, Ralph. Sorry. By the way, Ralph, how are you doing down at that bus company now?
I'm driving.
You're driving after 14 years with that company? Well, all I know, if I'd worked for that company for 14...
Frank, wouldn't you like to go inside and wash up?
Huh?
I'll get you a towel.
Ralph, are there any openings down at that bus depot?
No.
Then how do you get in the building? Oh! Hey, Alice, what do you think of that? He walked right into that one, didn't he?
You're a riot, Frank, a real riot.
Here's your towel, Frank, right through there.
How do you get into the building? What a thing.
All right. All right. You call up your mother and tell her to start cooking because there's going to be a wake in your family. Now get out of the way. I'm going to kill that bald-headed runt.
Ralph, you hit him, you'll have to hit me first.
You're making this awful tempting. Now get out of the way. I'm coming through.
I'm not moving, Ralph.
Then get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I will not, Ralph. He'll leave when he's good and ready. The two of you have been acting like babies all night. This is just as much your fault as it is his. Did you have to needle him all evening?
Me needle him?
Yes. Did you have to make that crack about his making so much noise drinking his coffee?
Look, I don't care if he eats like a garbage disposal unit, but I don't want him to sound like one.
He can't help making that noise, Ralph. You know he has false teeth.
Yeah, and I know what happened to his other teeth. He wore them down eating.
You lower your voice, he'll hear you.
He won't hear me. What he couldn't stuff in his mouth, he stuffed in his ears.
Wait a minute. You didn't do so bad yourself, Fatso. From the minute you sat down at the table, I never saw you put your knife and fork down once.
Because I thought I might have to defend myself, that's why. But gall, he's got to tell me that I'm working in a bus company for 14 years and I'm still driving. At least I got a job. He isn't working, and when he comes out of there, I'm telling him that.
Don't you dare mention that, Ralph. You know perfectly well why he can't hold a steady job. He's had that trouble with his back ever since the war.
Phew. Trouble with his back since the war. You're right, Alice. The war did give him a little trouble with his back. On account of he's hiding out from the draft board in damn cellars, that's why.
He was not hiding out from the draft board. He was too old to go. And he got that trouble with his back working in a factory doing defense work.
Defense work? Stuffing pine cones in a pillar marked Fort Dix is not really called defense work, you know. Now, look, I don't want to spend the whole night with that guy. When he comes out of here, get rid of him.
I will not, Ralph. He's my brother. How would you like it if one of your brothers came in here and I said that?
My brothers don't eat like that.
Your brothers don't eat like that. Your brothers don't eat like that. Then how come you're the one in the family they call skinny?
Oh, boy. Would I just like to belt you once?
Go ahead and belt me.
Would you like a little belt? Would you like a little belt? Well, I'm not going to, because you're just the type that would call the cops. Now, get him out of here as soon as he comes out of there.
I will not, Ralph.
When he comes out of there, we're going to play a little musical game with him. A little dance game. When he waltzes out of that door, he's going to mambo out of this one.
Listen, Ralph. When I talked to Frank on the phone, he told me he had something very important to discuss with us tonight. And he's not leaving until he's had a chance to do it.
Sure, he's got something important to discuss, and you know what it is as well as I do. He wants to borrow money. That's another reason I hate your brother. No sooner does he come over here, he gets something to eat, then he wants to borrow some money. It's always putting a bee on somebody. You know what they call you, brother? All right, you heard it. Deny it.
Ralph, you've got no right to talk to Frank like that.
All right, sis. All right. I'll tell you why I came here tonight. I came here to pay you back every nickel I've ever borrowed. Every nickel I've ever borrowed.
He's drunk. He's drunk.
I think you owe him an apology, Ralph.
I'll write it on the receipt when I give it to him. I know how much you owe me. $450.25. Fork it over.
Well, I haven't got the money right now, but I'll have it very soon. I've got a business that's going to make me a fortune. All I want from you is $500 to get started.
I told you he was nuts. He's nuts. He's nuts.
Now,
get out of here.
Just a minute. Let me explain.
I think you better go, Frank.
You heard your sister. Get going.
Well, can I tell it to you? You're my last hope.
Well, Ralph, it's not going to do any harm to listen.
Well, I got a friend of mine who's a politician over in Jersey. And he's got some inside information that they're going to build a brand new straightaway right from the border into New York City.
So what?
Well, there's an old road. And on that old road, there's an abandoned hotel that's nobody used for many years. It's called the Crestwood Hotel, and it's right near Dunelm, and the highway's going to go right through it.
So what's your idea?
Well, I can get this hotel for $500 down. And once that highway goes through, I'm going to make a fortune. It'll be a gold mine. I want to go over there and clean up and polish and sweep and everything else. What do you think?
I told you, he's bughouse. Get him out of here.
Frank, I'm afraid we can't lend you the money. You don't know anything about running a hotel. You could lose everything.
I know, but sis...
You heard your sister. Now get out.
Gee, don't know where I'm going to get the money now.
Why don't you enter a pie-eating contest?
Well, goodbye, sis. Thanks for the meal.
That's all right, Frank. We love having you.
So long, Ralph.
That's the bedroom. You aren't staying tonight. This is the door.
Listen, Ralph, you had no right to talk to Frank that way. But I got to admit one thing, boy, that idea of his certainly was crazy. Never hear such a thing. Imagine him wanting to open a hotel and run it. He doesn't know anything about it. It's the craziest thing I ever heard in my whole life.
That wasn't crazy at all. This is the greatest thing that ever happened to me. We're going to open that hotel ourselves. It's a gold mine.
What?
I said we're going to open a hotel ourselves.
And you just called Frank a nut, Ralph.
Never mind what I called him. Boy, with a highway running right in front of your hotel, it's a fortune maker.
Do you mean to say that you're going to steal Frank's idea?
What do you mean, steal it? He owes me money, doesn't he? This is the only way I'm ever going to get it back. Now, look, tomorrow we're going down to the bank, we're taking out the money, and we're buying that hotel in Jersey.
Listen, Ralph, we're not touching a penny of that money. This idea was crazy for Frank, and it's even crazier for you. At least he knows something about the hotel business. He used to be a bellhop at the Dixie Hotel.
Look, what do you have to know about the hotel business? With a highway in front of it, the people will pack in.
We're not touching a penny of that money, Ralph. Besides which, if the idea was any good, I'm not going to let you cheat my brother out of it. We can never face him again.
That's another reason I want to buy the hotel.
Now get this through your skull, Ralph. I'm not giving you a penny of that money.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
All right. All right. Just for that, see if I give my old overcoat to your old man.
Ah, shut up.
I don't need your money, Alice. I don't need it. I have influential friends of my own. I got friends with plenty of money. Give me all I want. $5, $6, $8, $9,000 means nothing to them. I've got influential friends. Don't worry about that. I'll get in touch with one of them. Norton. Pal of mine.
I heard the whole thing, Ralph. I ain't home.
Look, Norton. Look, we can't miss this. This Crestwood Hotel is going to be right on the new highway. Can't you see? People will be begging to let us stay there. We'll be rich, Norton. We'll make millions. We may never get another chance like this. You want to work in the sewer for the rest of your life? Think, Norton, think. Millions, and it's all for you and me. Well, answer me, Pat.
You can stop yelling, Ralph. Your influential friend is here.
Ah, pal of mine, sit down. I want to talk. Come on, will you, Norton? Do you always have to lag behind? Can't you be a little careful?
Don't yell at me, will you, Ralph? How come I got to carry all this stuff in here and all you brought in was the keys?
That's very simple to answer. Are you forgetting that yesterday, after we signed the papers, we tossed a coin to see who would be who, and I won?
Yeah, I remember.
Now, look, don't worry. This place is going to make us rich. As soon as they get that highway running in front of this place, why, the people will be flying in.
Yeah, in the meantime, maybe we could rent this place out as a set for a Bela Lugosi picture.
Will you stop making those cracks? And look, don't you remember yesterday when we come in and looked the place over? All those surveyors down the road? Why, I'm telling you, this is going to be a gold mine. And when the girls get here, don't make any cracks. This is the first time they're seeing the place. And I want them to get a good impression. So keep your mouth shut.
If you want them to get a good impression, keep the door shut.
You stop making those cracks. Now, when they do get here, let's act it up very, very gay.
Yeah.
When they see this place, they may not be able to see the business possibilities. You know, they can't see their nose in front of their face.
That's the only hope we got.
Well, hey, here they come now. Don't forget, act it up gay.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Crestwood Hotel.
Come in.
Yes, welcome. You girls from out of town? The Mermaid Room opens at 8 o'clock. They'll be dancing for one and all.
If you're insistent, I get off duty at 7:30.
Welcome. Don't say it, Alice. I know what you're thinking.
Oh, no, you don't, Ralph. If you knew what I was thinking, you'd get out of town.
Ed, how could you get us into a mess like this? But this hotel is awful.
Now, wait a minute.
Don't complain to me. He's the manager. I'm just a bellhop.
Now, look, don't jump to conclusions. This place is a fine place, isn't it, Norton?
Isn't it, Norton?
Yeah, looks all right to me.
Yeah, sure. All it needs is a little cleaning up, and we got plenty of time to fix it, too. Because we don't have to have this place fixed until the highway's built.
I think it'd be easier if they fixed up the hotel and we built the highway.
Easier if we built the highway. That's almost as funny as the fat man's shop.
Will you shut up? You keep that up and you won't even be a bellhop in this hotel. I'll make you
Why don't you make him a guest? Nothing could be worse than that.
You always have to look on the dark side of things. Do you always have to look on the dark side? Don't look at the hotel as it is now. Look at it as it will be. Just needs a little cleaning up, some mopping, dust the furniture, paint the woodwork, knock down those cobwebs.
Oh, I wouldn't knock down those cobwebs, Ralph. They're holding up the wall.
All right, that'll be enough of that. Now grab the mop, get into the kitchen, and start cleaning up.
I'm not lifting a finger to do a thing here, Ralph. I told you before I came up here I was not going to have anything to do with this hotel. The idea was crazy for Frank. Well, it's double crazy for you. And besides which, you cheated him out of it. Lucky Frank.
Look, you're my wife, and you're going to do what I say. Now take that mop, get in the kitchen, and start cleaning up.
I'm not doing nothing.
I said start cleaning up.
I will not.
Get in that kitchen and start cleaning up.
Only if I clean it up with you.
The both of you, get in that kitchen before I kill you.
Al, come on, maybe we better.
Hi-ho, it's off to
Give me that.
I was only trying to help.
You want to help me? Start cleaning up. That's how you can help.
Oh. Hello, this is the Crestwood Hotel. I'm sorry we're all filled up. Hey, Ralph.
Will you watch out for that?
Can I borrow the duster?
I'm using the duster. I'm dusting. And what I'm dusting is just as important as what you have to dust. Get your own duster and do your own dusting.
Sorry, Ralph.
What are you trying to do? Give me a heart attack or something? A mouse won't bother you.
I'm not going back in that kitchen, Ralph, until you get that mouse.
Don't worry about a thing. I'll go in and get him. You keep that for self-defense. Hey, I see him. I got him on the run, Ralph.
There he goes! There he goes! There he goes! Wait a minute, there he goes! Hold on a minute.
I think he jumped on the couch.
Where?
Right on the couch.
I'll catch that mouse once and for all. There he is, right there.
Get him? Get him, Ralph?
No, I didn't get him.
Well, then everybody just stand still and keep quiet.
Why do we have to keep quiet?
So we can hear the mouse. With all this dust around here, he's bound to start coughing.
Do you want a mouse, Norton? I'll give you a mouse.
Don't hit me, Ralph. Remember, I'm the only bellhop you got now.
Get him up. Get him up. Put him up. All right. Now we're going to have a rehearsal. Is everybody ready? Don't forget what the bells mean. One means that we want the chambermaid. Fine. Two means we want the chef. And three means we want the bellboy. Three means we want the bellboy.
I won't come out unless you say I want the bellboy, who is also my partner.
That'll cost him a pretty penny. I want the bellboy, who is also my partner.
That's better.
Those shoes need shining.
Yes, sir.
And fix that button.
Yes, sir.
And adjust your cap. Well, are there any questions?
Yes, just one. How do I get out of this chicken outfit?
Are there any other questions?
Yeah, I got a question for you, Conrad Hilton. What are we doing getting ready for guests now when they're nowhere near here with that highway yet?
That's a very good question. And only proves why you are in the back and I'm out front here managing the entire establishment. For a very simple reason. We have to be ready before the people come so we can take care of them. Is that clear?
Sure.
Now, staff is dismissed.
Come on, Trix.
Just a moment, Mr. Norton. Now, the main thing in a hotel is service. We don't want a guest to have to lift a finger. So last night, just before going to bed, I made up a list of a few little signals that we have to get straightened out between the two of us. Now, for instance, suppose a guest wants a pack of cigarettes. Now, cigarettes are 4 taps on the bell. You got that? Now, you run past me, I throw you the cigarettes, and you run upstairs to the guest room and give him the cigarettes. Now, suppose he wants some ice water. Ice water is 5 taps on the bell. Now, when you come down from the cigarettes, you grab the ice water, I'll yell out the room number, and you take the ice water up to the guest's room. Now, suppose he wants some writing paper. That is 6 bells. You run down from the ice water, past the desk, I will throw you the writing paper, give you the room number, and you run upstairs and give him the writing paper. Now, if I tap the bell 7 times, that means there's a guest in the lobby, and you're to come down, pick up the bags, and take him to his room. Now, have you got that?
Yeah, it's all very clear. I'd just like to ask you one question. Aren't you afraid you're going to wear yourself out tapping that bell so much?
Just get upstairs and distribute the ashtrays. I'll take care of things down here.
Now, wait a minute. I know that we tossed the coin for the jobs and you won. You're the manager and I'm the bellhop. But can't we just switch off once in a while? I'm still a partner. Can't you be the bellhop once in a while? Let me be the manager?
That is impossible.
Why?
In order to be the manager here, you have to have brains. You see, Norton, there are 2 kinds of people. The doers and the thinkers. You are a doer, and I'm a thinker.
You certainly are.
Never mind that.
I still think I'm as qualified for the job as you are.
All right. If you think you're qualified for the job, I'll give you a little test with the bells.
What test with the bells?
All right. What does this mean?
You want the maid.
What does this mean?
You want the cook.
What does this mean?
You want the bellboy.
What does this mean?
And a pack of cigarettes. And a pitcher of ice water. writing paper. And don't coach me. There's a guest down in the lobby with the bags.
I'm sorry, you failed the test.
Wait a minute. 7 rings means there's a guest down in the hotel lobby with the bags. And you went bing, 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 bing.
I did not. I went bing, 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 which means I want the chef, the maid, and a pack of cigarettes. Now, please go upstairs and give the ashtrays out to the different rooms.
Yeah. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, bing.
How do you do, sir? Welcome to the Crestwood Hotel.
How do you do? I'd like a room.
Like a room?
Yeah.
Well, let me see what's vacant here. Oh, yes, you may have number 3. A gentleman just moved out, if you don't mind signing the register. There you are. Oh, Mr. George Petrie of New York, eh?
That's right.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here. Just a moment, I'll get the bellhop.
Oh, would you have him send some ice water up to my room, and I'd like a pack of cigarettes, please.
Can you give me a hint?
We have a guest.
Oh, how do you do, sir?
This is our bell captain.
I'm also a partner at this hotel. I would have been the manager, but I didn't pass the bell test.
That's fine. Now, would you take his bag up to the room, please? Yeah. By the way, you here on vacation?
No, I'm here on business. I'm a surveyor on that new highway that's being built through here.
Say, when do you think that highway will be finished?
Oh, I'd say about a month or so.
In about a month, eh?
A month.
I understand it's going to pass right by our place.
That's right. In fact, I figure I may have to knock a little off your front porch there.
Did you hear that, Norton? He may have to knock a little off our front porch in order to get the highway.
Boy, that sounds great.
Yeah. I figure that's where we may have to sink one of the pillars.
Sink what, fella?
Well, one of the pillars for the highway. You see, it's going to be an elevated highway. I figure about 150 feet in the air.
You mean it's not passing the hotel? It's going over?
That's right.
What are you doing, Norton?
That's a new signal, Ralph. Abandon ship.